You wake up, you die. All right, goodbye. I'm going to bed.
Chlorophyll brother was actually a betrayer.
A betrayer.
A betrayer.
All right, time for. All right, let's roll for ducks. Roll 1d100 duckles.
Duck.
43. It's respectable.
That's a lot of duck.
The duck is coming. The duck species are coming back.
They repopulated this area very well.
They're the only thing that remained. Yep, you still haven't. In 2 years of this game, you still haven't rolled D100 duck.
Ain't that wild?
Ooh.
Yeah, it'll be the last episode for us.
Gotten close though.
Yeah, 98 I think was the closest. All right.
A lot of ducks.
And they waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
Until they bought lemonade. Da, 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 da.
Oh no, she's losing it.
I didn't have it to begin with.
I was about to say, see, that's never
In
been
order
up for
to
discussion.
lose, one must obtain first.
Okay. Anyway, so we ended the last session. You guided the elven people through the teleporter to the Orcan lands in order to conserve their safety in this new hostile world. You were then met with Eloia, who gave you the message from Regler that you must return to Horei, and also gave you a few details of the meeting spot and everything that's been going on. To which point you took the transport through plants to the old original campsite that you all first met. And during this nostalgia blast, you also met an old friend, a singular friend, the one and remaining chlorophyll brother, Brew, who introduced himself and his new form, ripped as fuck. And he gave you the extra details that you were not aware of. The state of the city, the fact it is overran, how he manages to come in and out of the city, and the fact that you were, as long as you stood on hollowed ground, that you would not be able to perform any magic other than cantrips due to the sensitivity of it to magic and alerting everything within a mile radius. And from that's where we ended off.
Well, luckily, a certain favorite spell is a cantrip, so we're good.
So you're gonna be guided through the city, and you're going to try to get down to the location where everybody is hidden without alerting all of the creatures to not only your location but to the location of many innocent civilians. We ordered the cardboard box.
No pressure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes, because you got here at night, and it would be the hold on.
Oh, good, because there's a lot of slots I needed back.
I was gonna say, I thought we got there about mid or day.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't think you did actually.
Yeah, we haven't had one yet.
No, you didn't actually. Sorry, you did not have a long rest.
Okay.
No,
We need one.
don't make me go with her.
Nappy.
Yeah, you got here about, I think you finished about 5 was the last time that you finished. I think was about 5 o'clock was when you finished everything.
Okay, Azalea's used to this. I'm
Well,
used
none
to
of us are
running on
70,
no
so there's no
spells.
point in going to bed at 5.
Excuse me? You can go to bed at 5 if you want. You're an adult.
I don't know how I feel about that statement.
I mean, it's a good point.
It is, but I don't like it.
If you're tired, you can sleep whenever you want. Then you wake up whenever you want, eat whatever you want, and then have to pay bills, unfortunately. But everything else, you can do what you want.
Your lifestyle confuses and frightens me.
While you are doing this, Brew is sitting on the near the old campsite on the log at the side. Sort of going through his satchel and making sure he's got everything prepared for the next for the coming day.
Oh, boy.
Ika's
Well-
gonna go over here, go by a little fire, curl up into a little dog ball, and try to get some rest while we're prepping.
Looking here, Maddie, did I ever give you that ring of jumping that we had talked about
Yes.
once before? I
Yes,
did?
you did.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
got that. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna need that.
Get that off of my list there. Trying to see what all I still have left.
Oh yeah, I think I need to reattune to the cloak of protection that I got given.
Mm-hmm.
Which I suppose if we're relaxing for a bit, I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting my Pearl of Power back on.
Trying to think if there's anything
Ooh.
critical I should do.
Actually, let me think something here. Does that happen? Trying to think of a thing where I recharge stuff. I don't know if it's long rests or short rests. I have to read real quick.
Are you talking about the thing that you were given originally from Zershisk?
No. Well, I mean, that can work too. I mean, if I just spent an hour on that, then yeah, I could get pretty much everything back. But I think something else only happened. Like my staff, it only recharges at dawn.
Ah, okay, I got you.
Yeah. It says the staff has 50 charges for the following properties. It regains 46 plus 2 expended charges daily at dawn. So I don't think my little talisman's gonna fix that.
Well, the talisman that you were giving originally allows any short rest for you to count as a long.
Right. Again, super helpful throughout this whole journey.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I can at least, if we're not fully resting, like long resting just yet, I can at least take the time, if we're just taking like an hour or so, to get myself recharged that way.
Oh, I also have lots of potions that I was given. So I have like super potion, 2 greater potions, and 3 normal ones. We can divide them.
That could be helpful, yeah.
Not a
Hmm.
bad idea. I've got 2 potions of healing still, so if anyone needs extra, by all means, take them.
Wow, I really am a bit dumb. I've had like a cool staff the entire time and had no idea. I have cool stuff that makes bird sounds.
You've had the stuff of crows for a long time, and in fact, you guys have had the scroll that allows essentially to force someone to give you the truth a long time as well.
True.
Boy, you know where that would have came in handy? You know, dealing with someone's dad who's a big old fucking liar, you know, who could have...
Well, that's none of my business.
What dad? All of my dads died. And one of them ended up being dead to me eventually, and then he came back.
Yeah, you know, on me, used to scold me.
Let's see. Ooh, I've got something that might be useful inside this place, but if we want to stay undetected, I don't know how useful it'll be. I've still got my deck of illusions.
Ooh.
I've never used it yet.
Would that be
That's
something that would actually trigger the
Well, I mean, it's a magic item. We're not casting a spell with it.
Unless that is something stipend in the rules where, like, even the magic items have a certain level they can't go at.
It's possible, yeah.
DM?
Sorry, say again?
Deck of illusions count towards
Well-
triggering the dudes?
Well, not even that, just like magic items. Can we not use magic items while we're traversing through the hallowed grounds?
Because I was about to say Platinum Scarf would come in handy, because then I could use Breath of Life if we need to patch up, and it wouldn't count.
I think what I'll rule is it will alert because it's still strong magic, but they won't detect that it's you.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair. That's a fair trade.
So you could use it and they wouldn't know it was you, but you would have to like disappear from the area.
Yeah, you're basically raising the alert level on that area
Yeah.
if you use it.
Gotcha.
Okay, we've just got to bring a cardboard box, and then we can do the snake thing. Magic under the cardboard box.
Was just thinking Left 4 Dead, you just run while healing.
Oh no, Ika's pretty much invisible. Not only does Ika have like the street rat thing where like he can navigate towns perfectly just about, but like
That is true.
he can essentially ghost walk, so
Unless that counts.
No, that is a class feature. So
Lucky duck. Okay.
yeah, if it's a I'm specifically talking about spells. So
Gotcha.
yeah, if it's a class feature, free game.
Well, shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Ica is pretty well built for this mission.
Cries and
so you gotta use me. Use me!
But something else as well, if you cast something outside, and then go inside, it won't count either. But if it dissipates, then it will.
Shit. Okay. Think this carefully. Do I have anything that lasts that long?
So no animal summons. Probably a bad
Yeah,
idea.
Zeal's out of the question then.
You could, as long as it didn't. If it dissipated, then it would be they could sense that disappearing all of a sudden. So.
Let me see. What are the rules with Zeal?
Yours probably lasts longer than mine would, like with the dragon summoning. Of course, mine could stay up in the air and fly around without having to touch down on the ground.
Oh, it
Depends on how
seem
big,
to-
obviously, because at the end of the day, they do still have eyes as well. So
It doesn't seem to show a time limit. It says as long as I'm within a mile of him, or I just send him away at will, he's fine.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Like, we could actually utilize the fact that the magic signals them to our advantage. We can, like, signal magic in one area to distract from us moving people out in another area. So we could have someone be a distraction.
Although
Yeah,
it
yeah.
also depends on if you want to alert them that we, as people, have turned up.
Or if there's just a presence there. So, like, if we could use that, like, deck of illusions to kind of be like a trap if we wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
We also have minor illusion that we can play with, because that's a cantrip, so we can at
Yeah,
least
it
make
could
sounds
be a bit
to fuck with them.
safer to use that, since it is, just part of your cantrip lists.
Yeah.
just also, I will tell you as well, when you go in, to think about this laterally. So, like, imagine trying not to imagine this as a game, like, but imagine like you would, like, if you were actually there. So the things you could actually do.
Okay.
I want to hide behind this barrel. I want to go into this house. I want to go through this house and jump through the window. That sort of thing.
Okay. It's gonna be tricky for negative stealth man over here.
Don't you all have magic though? At the level they're at, yeah, pretty much everybody has some kind. Not technic. Well, these guys do, but not technically everyone. But some are going to be definitely more suited. This does hamper the spellcasters a lot more, but it's because I didn't want to design this like very dangerous area and they just go, boof, I teleport to where I need to go. It's boring.
Yeah, because majority of us have Misty Step or something in that fashion.
Yeah. And obviously, if you get noticed when a spell is dissipating, I can't change form in there or out of a form in there. So I can't just fly us in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Zeal technically doesn't work like a familiar. Like, I can't just send him to scout. He's a steed, so it's not something he would know how to do.
Mm.
So it's really just for me getting around faster.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, could you send me what's the spell called for summoning him?
Find steed. I could probably.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even think about utilizing something like a find familiar. I had the option to get something like that a long time ago, but I never. It just didn't seem like it fit Thrask's style.
Yeah.
Nah.
I like how you've been playing this warlock.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, me and you did really well when we did the stealth section in
Oh,
the
yeah.
prison.
Of course, we also had sword and a bunch of gyms to help us.
The
gyms.
I mean, between the two of us, we've also got whatever cantrips we've got.
Mm-hmm. Actually, let me look. I want to see your list here. I'm curious as to how many you have.
Yeah, I got 4 cantrips that I can use.
Okay.
Technically, if we rest, I think I can change my thingies. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think with yours you can prepare spells, so that changes it up a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't know if, well, to be fair, mending actually wouldn't be the worst thing, because if something's unstable and we don't want it falling on us, I can technically mend it if all the pieces are there.
That would be handy, actually.
Yeah, the only cantrip that I've got out of my list that I can't, well, I could use it, but it'd still be based off from an item, would be Mage Hand. Because both uses that I have, one comes from my Ghost Lantern, and the other one comes from the staff.
Gotcha.
But everything else I've got should be fair game.
I mean, even if we don't have any spells from lack of sleep, at least we have cantrips, which are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's the thing I realized. Like, it's not that bad. Because if cantrips are the only thing we could use.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a puzzle.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been reading up about the steed. So if it has an intelligence of thank you for the bits fee. If it has an intelligence of 5 or less, it automatically gains an intelligence of 6. Which would essentially equate it to the same intelligence as like an ape or a dolphin. Okay. So it's intelligent for a beast, but still a beast. And it also does gain the ability to understand one language of your choice. So and because you specifically, and not everyone else, because you specifically, when summoning it, have a long-lasting bond with it. So essentially, it's almost like essentially you're summoning it's like those ape handlers you see, you know, like you summon it and it's already at that level for you.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna say that you can give him orders, but you couldn't do like, okay, go here, go up this thing, dingle this thing, and then, craft this thing, like.
So basically, I can give him the same command you could give like a normal dog, like go here.
Yeah. So you could tell him to like go here, attack this, do this sort of thing. So you could give him commands, just not strenuous ones.
Oh, then do I have any slots where I could summon him in sort of a capacity? Oh, I do. Sweet. I suppose I'll take this opportunity to bring the boy back. Boom. One boy.
One boy. All right, cool. So you have your steed available.
Yay. told him I needed him, so that'd be kind of weird to be like, "You just kidding, stay here."
How long does the steed last for again?
3 conditions: either he runs out of HP, he's a mile away from me, or if I send him away myself.
Okay, so he just sticks around until one of those 3 happens.
Pretty much. It's a
Cool,
it's a paladin
cool.
spell you can pick out of additional magical secrets for bards.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so say one of those conditions is broken, will that cause us to be spotted, or?
Say again, sorry?
So if his steed disappears, will we be spotted?
It
Like, would it grab
will...
attention?
Yes, because
Okay.
it's dissipating magic.
I feel like he has more benefits than consequences, though, in this sort of situation, because these could be eyes and ears for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a direwolf, so.
Yeah, it just means that it's probably not worth bringing him into any populated areas, just in case. Because obviously he is a big wolf, isn't he?
See, he's a pretty big boy, yeah.
Yeah, and we're going into a human-populated place with survivors who have been attacked by, like, dog animals and stuff recently, so he might have to stay outside.
Well, the other... hang on, so when he... Okay, hold on. When he appears, what is he made of? It says spirit.
I think how we described it last time, he was like a fae, so he's like bluish hue.
So the main thing that... so the main things I was thinking of is, does he have to conform to, like, natural space? So, like, you know, is he gonna be too big to go through a door?
Let me see. It says you summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed. The steed takes on a form that you choose. So maybe.
Oh yeah, so you can actually choose.
I could morph him into like a smaller dog if we're like, all right, go through the door.
So you can choose as such as so it does have to be a steed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it has to be something that you would normally, or something that would be able to carry somebody.
Okay. So probably make him less intimidating, because on the list is Mastiff. So probably in that situation, like, turn into the nicer looking dog.
You are gonna have to make sure that he doesn't dissipate while underground as well.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd give away everyone's position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, Mastiff. Let's see. He is a medium beast. Okay, so yeah, he would be any space you guys can go through, he can go through.
Perfect. Cause he's a cute. Bastards are cute in D&D. They got like little saddles.
A little saddle on him.
Oh, did you put a picture in somewhere?
No, but I will. It's really easy. Where's our chat again? Sorry, I've been talking to my partner while this has been going on. Boom. There he is.
Oh, okay, it's the
It's
same
in-
picture.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Okay, yep. So that's fine. You summon it, and he forms into a big size for a dog, but you know, it's definitely smaller than a direwolf. With like pale goldenish fur, darkened muzzle and darkened ears, soft eyes, and skin drooping everywhere.
Maddie kind of looks at Zeal. It's like, I know you don't really like this shape, but given the circumstances where we're going, this is a lot more friendlier looking for you.
He attempts to bark, and instead it's obviously like a.
You know, it's kind of cute though.
Then shakes and then just like all over the place.
Oh. Man, just starts shaking the jowls. Who's a good boy?
All right. Well, while this has been going on, Brew has packed up and he's got everything set up. All right, guys. Well, tomorrow on the sunrise is when everything goes down. So we gotta make moves.
Right. It's gonna be hell, but gotta do it.
One question. How far inside the city would you estimate our destination is from where we enter?
Okay, so where we're gonna be entering is it's a pretty short distance, so it should be very quick.
All right. It's good to know. Of course, I'm going to be thinking about any sort of possibility in the meantime.
Oh yeah, man, plan for the future.
I think that's what all of us would like to do at the moment.
While you're doing that, Brew heads on over to you guys, and he pats Elria on the shoulders.
Horei, I got an extra job for you. If we need you to hang on around out here, because you can like soar through the sky like a eagle, and it's awesome. But we need you to make a distraction so that we can get in a lot easier.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Will do.
Right on, okay. Well, I'll discuss with Elria what she's gonna do, and it'll make us getting in a bit easier.
All right.
And so while he walks away with her, is that
Okay, guys, I'm gonna,
we've got about maybe. He looks up towards the sun and kind of takes like a kind of a guessing look at it, like it's heading down. It's like,
okay, well, we're gonna be heading in around about night, like, in maybe about 3 hours. So, be ready by then.
You got it, boss.
Well, I know what I have to do, so just in case, like, Thrask, pulls out that little Xerxes talisman and just kind of tries to get cozy and just rest a little bit while holding on to that, so he can at least tap himself off.
you find a decent, decently leaved tree still for some cover, and you curl up with the talisman close to your heart. Azalea, Aika.
I'm gonna be trying to attune my cloak again.
Okay. You find another location. You climb up one of the trees so you can get a better view as well, and you kind of sit down. You take the cloak out and you kind of feel its material and kind of focus your energies and try to get a feeling for how it felt when you used it before.
Yeah, I'd probably be thinking of my son since it's his. And we're, like, this close now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Aika, what are you doing?
Aika is still curled up in a ball like a dog by the fire.
Okay, so you're just taking the sleep. Okay.
Yep.
Alright. And Muddy, after you've summoned the Mastiff, what are you doing?
Just sort of prepping him for what's ahead and just kind of giving him a general idea of what I need him to do. Like, just stay close, don't do anything stupid, and kind of just help us through wherever we're facing right now.
He, while he's doing it, he's kind of like tilting his head and his ears every time you say like a different thing, or a strong like letter of some kind. And at the end, he kind of licks your face and puts a paw up.
Man, he kind of just smiles. He's like, good boy. Hope you're ready for this, because I sure ain't.
And then after that, he sort of curls up and like pretends to fall asleep, but he's just doing it as a behavioral thing.
Man, he just chuckles and just starts petting his head. He's like, that's a good boy.
Well, Brew and Elria return, and Brew kind of sits to the same location he was, leaned up against the fallen log. And he kind of just starts whistling a tune and just keeping an eye out. Elria takes up a seat next to him, and the time passes along. Thrask, you wake up. You feel, as per usual, you feel extremely well rested and vibing, ready to go. Azalea, during that time, you've been able to connect again with what feels like the spirit of this magical item, and you place it again on your back, and you feel the warmth that you once felt before. Okay, you begin like twitching and like your leg begins to like as you wake up, feeling decently short rested. And Marty, you do the same.
Can I gain back any of my health?
For a short rest? Yep. Have a look. Been a while since we did it this way, so.
Yeah, you should be able to use some of your hit dice that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's an automatic way to do it. If you just click short rest, I think it should do it.
Oh. Oh, it doesn't really say when it comes to the recover part.
Ah, okay. The dog talks.
actually-
Sort of. It's a telepathic thing. It understands the language, but I can't speak it.
Yes. Talking dog would be too much.
Oh, I see. There we go. Ah, poo. 5. Okay.
Oof.
Only one hit dice you used?
Oh, was I supposed to use multiple?
Well,
You
I mean,
can.
you can if you want.
Oh.
It has like a reset, like long rest, where you get all those back.
Oh. So I can use, like, multiple?
There's like a certain
Ah.
amount you get as a rogue.
Mm-hmm. Like, for what your levels are. Like, for me, for example,
I have 20.
You have 20 of those things?
Yeah, I've got fighter and rogue, so together it's 20.
yeah, we're at level 20, so you should have as many hit dice dependent on what your levels are for each class.
Ah,
Shit, man.
damn.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I
I
have
should probably
15
just-
hit dice for sorcerer and then 5 hit dice for warlock.
Oh, I see. We don't take short rests too often. I feel like that's gonna happen a lot in the next campaign.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
No, we do. We just forget to do the things that involve short rests.
Yeah, I've not had to
Well-
think about it because I still get the long rest every time because of my talisman.
Yeah, we have typically done more long rests in this campaign than short ones.
Campaign's been very like chapter episodic levels.
Yeah.
Huh.
You usually end up in a safe space as well.
Yeah.
So everybody else can heal up as well if they need to.
Yeah, I'm just fucking going until, let's see. 1, 4.
Just gotta do it one at a time.
Well, I don't want to waste them all.
Just
you
really
know?
burn the clock.
I mean,
That's
everyone's
okay.
got their method.
Where do you do that?
That's the
D&D
short rest
Beyond.
button. It's all like, do your hit dice, so I grabbed 4. But, there we
So,
go.
Right.
D&D
Because I
Beyond
was...
go next to your character. There's Beyond 20 shared and short rest. You click that, and then there's all the slots you have for your levels and what you can roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was attuning, do I count for a short rest or no?
A short rest, I think. Sorry, that's short rest. A tuning, I think it only takes an hour. Is it an hour? Let me
I
check.
think it's an hour, yeah.
So you can still,
Attunement.
I think you can still short rest and attune because attuning just means having the item close to you while your magic energy sink.
Tuning to an item requires a creature to spend a short rest focusing on only that item. Yeah, so yeah, you can.
Oh, cool.
So you get both. That's fine.
Oh god, yeah, I see all the hit dice.
And depending on what you have left, I could try to heal you up a little extra if I need to with some of my spells as well before we go in.
Likewise.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Is everybody all healed up and ready?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You need any more, Ica, or how are you looking?
I'm just gonna do like 2 more, just in case. And then what was? Boop, boop. Oh wait, is it doing? No, I think that's all I can do. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go!
All right. Well, the sun begins to dissipate as it hits about 9 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. Sorry, beg your pardon. Elria heads on off in a different direction, preparing to cause a ruckus. Brew approaches all of you, and
Okay. I would like to bring all of you, but your big friend over there, he's gonna have to stay out here, I'm afraid.
is pointing towards Para High.
I suppose that makes sense. Afraid I won't be able to keep him reduced down to a small size for a long time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Parahai, can you do guard duty? It's super important.
You hear a flicker within your mind. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll stay out here.
Yeah, you gotta make sure nobody gets in because you're awesome and they suck. And if they're not better, if they're not more awesome than you, they can't go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just a given, because no one's more awesome than you, so they can't get in anyway.
Yeah. And you kind of hear him like almost about to like roar, but then like.
Smart move.
Brew kind of like is yeah, man. Look, when when stuff starts going wild tomorrow, in the sunrise, you go nuts, man. Okay, you 4, ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
He hitches his satchel up, and begins walking down the forest path. And you guys are following along. You end up coming out through an exit piece near the entrance of the near a side wall to the side of Horei.
Oh boy. Oh no, music shift.
Some good music for this.
Ooh.
I think this one's too much. Yeah, it's too much. Be the right mic.
Yeah, I don't think you had enough time to look for music and
No, not at all.
What? You mean the subathon took all your time away? Oh,
Yeah, funny that. Oh, this works. Perfect.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. That's
Yeah, we had a
like...
really busy ass day today.
All right. So, like I said, you find your way into the to the side of Horei, sort of like to the south west side. You notice Brew begins to guide you through to a small gap that's been left there by the ensuing chaos. you're able to slink your way through these extremely long walls, and you emerge on the other side.
Oh, good. I was about to ask, like, do we have a new map for this? Spooky.
It's dark.
If you go
Damn.
if you go all the way down to the bottom.
We could fall into a precipice.
Damn. Horei got fucked.
Oh wow, that is far down.
Just Tears of the Kingdom. Welcome to the chasm.
Oh no.
One was for
Oh,
you.
I can change the background on this.
Oh,
if
there
you
we go.
wanna.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Ah, finally, we don't have to use the the forest background.
Forest.
Ooh,
Slightly different change. There we go.
nice.
Nice.
Let's see. Well, if I know anything about stealth games, the bigger area is the bad part.
Alright.
These little ones.
Could you actually? It's not. Don't worry about it. But overall, me initiative. You're going to be
Okay.
moving in turns.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Looks like I'm bringing up the rear.
My music stopped working, so I'm just gonna pull up Sly Cooper music and.
Oh my god, perfect!
Nice.
They made my day.
Pretty sure that'll be allowed.
I'm going to allow this.
Sora has the right idea, though. I feel like if the music we accidentally trigger something, Breath of the Wild Guardian music starts playing. Like,
So where's that piano coming from?
no sleeps, only stealth.
Look, if I die, I can sleep perfectly fine. Thank you.
You already died once in this game, though.
Uh-huh.
Exactly, and it was a lovely rest.
It was the longest rest ever.
Yeah, my teammates were all stressed as hell, and I was just like, oh yeah, oh look, Parahai's here. I guess I'm having a vacation with Parahai now.
It's just like, and I didn't care, because I was dead.
Exactly.
Okay, and then get to make my own roll.
Bruce got some speed on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny,
Not-
weed usually slows you down. Okay.
No, he's seeing the future, man. At this point, he knows he needs to get a move on. Look, fight free so you can smoke the weed another day.
Dude, that's good.
Want to look at this foresight, man?
Okay. And everything. Okay, so I've rolled the initiative of the world. And
Ooh.
Oh.
all right, so
Sarudo.
yeah, so I'll move other things at that time. So okay, so as you come on in, through kind of you enter on in and you end up going through the back of a one of their broken down houses, and you come out to the entrance. The entirety of Horei is completely destroyed. rocks everywhere, glass splattered, trees fallen, houses destroyed. The very ground underneath you is almost like a dark purplish hue, and it almost writhes and wriggles. And you can sense the same hollow energies that you felt when you first encountered the vines and stuff, but stronger than ever before. And Brew mentions to you that,
Okay, the house that we're looking for is just north of here. And up this alleyway at the top.
All right. This is gonna be rough.
Just one bit at a time. Not the first time we've had to sneak in somewhere before.
True. You guys didn't get caught though.
Well, I didn't want to hold it over your head.
I might.
Maddie just starts cursing quietly in Orcish.
It scare the crap out of him if one of us actually speaks it.
It's like, oh. I didn't know you knew that.
No, tell you what, Thras actually does know Orc.
Oh shit! You're fucking with me. No.
Azalea, feeling left out, just says something in Goblin.
No, I put it down. I had Common, Draconic, and Orc.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
some
God.
reason I know Goblin.
It's okay.
I think it's
I've-
I think it's because you had an extra language and you were just like, oh fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very appropriate for someone as crazy as mine to be Goblin.
Well, it's okay because I picked Infernal, and how many tieflings or demons have we ran into?
Better point.
Just treat it as a language I made up.
Okay,
Start
well,
speaking pig
anyway,
Latin.
Ica, it is your go first.
Okay. Let's see. Can I do like perception, look around and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. I see maybe something.
Okay. So you ahead of you, you see, you have second. I've actually got a way to be able to see what you guys see.
Ooh. It's like toggling cameras.
Pretty much.
What's on your stream is what we see.
Yeah, but some of you have
Oh.
some of you
Night
have
vision.
dark vision and some of you don't.
Mm.
So I basically I have an extra account, which is what everyone else is seeing right now. But I can flick, but I can give control. I can make it so that account has control over different ones of you, so the chat can see what only you see.
Ah.
So some of you at the angle you're at might be able to see more as well.
Ooh.
Alright, so from your vantage view, Ica, you see amongst the huge fallen tree and the rubble, you see the circular roofed house that Brew was pointing towards, as well as another fallen tree and some bushes. And standing outside of the house, you see a elden gray-haired woman.
Mm.
And,
Ike is gonna motion everyone to kind of follow behind him, and he's gonna start going in this direction towards her.
Okay. We'll have to wait until all of our turns.
as you continue forward, Ica, you see also two of the hollowed dogs.
Ooh.
scrounging. One of them appears to be scrounging at the flooring, and the other one appears to be almost regurgitating. They're both facing away from you.
Ika's gonna stop then the moment he sees that. He's gonna kind of look over and whisper and be like, "Hey, we got some baddies over there. What do we do?"
Well, we can't cast magic doesn't mean we can't stab it.
Yeah, but will we make a lot of noise?
Maddie kind of looks to Brew. It's like, do these things scream upon death?
The whole point of this is to knock attention. We fight one. We fight as we trying to not fight any as much as possible. So what do you also because we're doing this a bit unusually, normally obviously during turns you can only do about 25 words. I'm not counting that. So this is mainly for movement. So
Gotcha.
you can role play, talk as much as you want. But Brew is just the way what you I completely forgot. Sorry, I also completely forgot. As you were heading in, you also would have heard. You would have heard a loud, extremely loud thud and bang on the eastern side of the city, which would have been Elria's distraction. So, Brew asks you. Looks towards you, Ike. Wait, are there still some of them around here?
I have no idea.
Wait, so you? Are there? What's up? What's up ahead?
Oh, it's two, right? It's two of the baddies.
Yes, you saw. You can see two and the lady.
Yeah, there's someone here, and then there's two of the nasty guys.
His eyes narrow, very quickly, and he kind of
What do you mean, someone?
Someone with like silver hair, in front of that shop.
He looks back at you.
Is it a trap?
So I'm just trying to think if this is the best way to go about the or not.
So good.
Amazing.
That's golden.
Okay, so I think what I'm actually going to do is we'll keep the thing there. I think I'll allow you guys to move about as much as you wish, but I every now and again I like rolling for initiative. I will initiate essentially a situation where movement will then be restricted.
Okay.
So,
you could do it time-based, where you do like a timer.
essentially, yeah. So, you know, if you alert something, or you know, if there's a situation where there's something happening, then yeah, I think I'll do that. So you can move around freely for now. Apologies. I normally have like weeks to think of this stuff. I have not had that to think of this stuff. Right, anyway, so okay, well, with that in mind, Brew will come up close to behind you, Iku, and put his hand on your shoulder and look on over to the silver ashen-haired woman. She appears to be standing there, not moving. He just kind of whispers this. No, this isn't right. No one else is supposed to be out here. Something's wrong. Fuck. Okay.
And Brew turns around to the rest of you. Okay, we have a choice here. We either try to figure out a way to get in that house, or we try to go for another entrance. I know of one more that should be available, but it's further in the city.
I can go in the house.
I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on. There shouldn't be anybody.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Andy. I can't hear you most of the
you're
time.
Oh,
cutting out a
sorry,
bit.
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying my
No, no,
best.
no,
I know
no,
that
no.
we're whispering,
I've
but I'm
got-
like, I
I've
cannot
got-
hear you.
Hold on, let me get rid of the. I've got the limiter and stuff, and noise gate and stuff.
Okay.
All right, let me get rid of the noise gate.
Okay, can you hear me now? That's all.
A little bit better. I have yet 200, but it's been really hard to hear you.
Hold on. What about now?
I can.
What? Is that Shy Batman?
I am the night.
Is that Batman? No.
I'm just gonna talk normally, but you can just imagine I'm whispering.
Gotcha.
God damn it. Anyway, so Brewer's mentioned
It doesn't really matter if only you can get in. We all need to get in.
Maybe I can let you guys in somehow. You said there was another entrance, right?
The other entrance is in another house further up. I know for a fact that it's available because we've had no reports of them discovering that one.
Okay, maybe you lead the way, and we cover you.
Well,
and he's turning and looking towards everybody else.
this is a group decision we need to make, man.
Well, you said we couldn't kill him either, so there's no point in trying to brute force our way in.
Has anyone tried looking the other direction to see what's out that way?
Let me take a look. Maddie kind of slowly creeps over to this. Give me that passive perception, please.
Alright, give me a second. Just gonna. Yeah. Okay. So as you begin walking over, kind of like over the rubble and the other things, you notice in front of you, like broken shards of glass, almost exploded out from the house to your right. You notice what seems like a fountain covered in rubble, rotten wood, and bushes fallen over. And to the top and to the northwest, you see another one. Followed dogs. It appears to be scratching at the ground.
Is that only one, though?
Only one.
This one is a little less covered. There's only one of them. There is some hazard along the pathway, but we'd only have to deal with one of them.
Well, we can
I have a-
distract it.
I have a question. Because Azalea at one point was defending her thing from these and was also trying to hunt them for food, would I know any kind of behavioral stuff with these?
You know what? Yeah, I'd say. Oh God, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I'd say so actually. I'd say that you've noticed that over time, these things have, they have decent eyesight and they have good eyesight in the dark. Their hearing is not so good. It's about average. But they don't have the hearing of what you would normally associate with a dog. The scratching of the ground and the fascination with the ground, you have noticed that the regurgitation that they've done as well is they're helping the spread of this of the hollowed ground.
Okay, so more than likely, we don't really want to touch anything that is, I guess, overly just like them if we can help it. Like, you don't want to just stand in their puke. I feel like they'd notice that more
Yeah.
so
Right.
than.
Gross.
Also, we have
Yeah.
to be careful about the glass and the rubble making noise too.
True. If you step over that, that's gonna make sound.
Now he starts contemplating.
Also,
Like,
while
okay.
while you're doing this as well, at random intervals, I'm going to start moving things around.
Okay.
Because obviously that's just what they're going to do.
Okay, so if they can't hear but can see really good, I wonder. What if I cause a little bit of a distraction and just get him out of sight?
Yeah, just don't use
Depends.
magic.
That depends on what the distraction is.
Maddie kind of like conjures just a little light orb in his finger, just like facing the group so the dog doesn't see it. Like, how about that?
You're
Wait.
not supposed to do magic.
But that light is a cantrip.
Oh,
Do we have a reflective item? Does anybody have anything that would be considered reflective?
Platinum scarf, I think, is reflective.
What about Ika's key? Do they still have it?
Yes, they do.
mm.
I've
So,
got the.
We have the
Yeah,
stones that you gave us.
Yeah, if we use the Marty's light and make a little reflection on any kind of reflective surface, it makes a light at a distance, which you might be able to get a thing to follow it. Like a cat or a dog does
we give
in
it a shot?
typical fashion.
I mean, I could always throw the light ball, but that works too.
I can also see. I have light cantrip as well, so if I wanted to cast it on something at a distance, I could. Typically, I have to touch the item to do it, but I also have distance spell as a feature with my sorcery points, so I could make it like 30 feet away or something.
Yep.
I say let's do it, but we gotta move fast.
All right. See if we can do this. And
Well, first things first is which direction are we going in? Because there is no point making every one of them distracted if we don't need to.
Brew also brings up, it's like, if we do go through that house, if we don't, no, sorry, hold on. If we don't choose to go through that house, the only other entrance I know of is the old general store, further up in the north of the city. I believe you, I've heard the stories that you are well esteemed with that place.
yeah.
We've had some dealings, yes.
Those
Yeah,
are the only two best options I know of.
Well, one's a quick way in. One requires a little complexity, but less risky.
Mm-hmm.
I say less risky, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, the last thing we want to do is completely ruin another entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, here's what I'm thinking. And Matty just starts kind of like guiding his finger along the pathway. If we distract him and bring him around this way, we can follow up this little path right here to avoid the glass. And then we can just make our way up north and just try to stay out of any sort of hazardous, noisy spots.
If we know the general direction of where the general store is, which way would we actually be going? Because I don't, obviously from this angle, I can't see if there's a dead end at any point.
Okay,
which we could
so
run into.
you guys are very familiar with this city, so there's no question about that. And obviously Brew knows the way instinctively at this point. So you know for a fact that the general store is this direction directly.
Okay.
And you know for a fact that you can head up here. And you can either head further that way to go round, or you can go this way and then go up more. The most direct path that you guys know is up, right, and then up.
question is I can't see anything in this general vicinity, so I don't know if that's a place we can cut through.
I mean, Ica can see through that part because they've already walked through part of it.
Well, maybe it's a third option we didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we try distracting these three then, and take this path?
I just realized I was muted the whole time. Ika can see all of that. Hello, Ika's gonna raise his hand and be like, I see an entire path, but there is another dog that way.
Shit.
Yeah,
So,
if we
just-
only need to distract one dog to get past, then that's
Mhm.
not quite as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ika's gonna say, I say we bring them to probably the right or the left, and then sneak behind him and go straight, and then right, because he can see that entire path.
Well then.
Yeah, their hearing's about as good as ours, so realistically, so long as we're not making any massive noise and sneaking, then they should be fine, but if
Mhm.
it sees us, we'd be...
Okay, you guys have taken long enough. I'm going to start initiating the movement of these creatures.
Okay.
So, this one over here heads down here. This one over here heads over to this bush. The old lady standing there, all she does is turn and head to the door of this area, and from whoever's able to see them, you see them kind of like grasp the sides of the door and kind of pull themselves in to look around, their neck kind of like twisting and snapping.
Oh, that's not human.
You notice the one up here, Ica, goes further up.
Guys, they're moving. We really need to act.
Right, okay. Get in position with me. We will use your key as sort of a distraction light.
Okay.
So Mieri moves into a direction where he could see dog. Oh, I see dog.
I'll kind of shift myself behind the group here.
Alright, and then Maddie points the little light ball towards Ika's key and is like, alright, start guiding in the direction you want the dog to go.
Okay. Aiko's gonna try to lead. Honestly, going to the right is probably better, because if they try to go to the left, it's gonna cut across all of us. So he's just gonna lead it to the right into like a corner.
Okay.
Actually, probably this corner right here, where the walls are.
Okay. So from the position that you're in right now, you would have to move forward at probably like another step to be able to do that.
I'll go right here, still behind the tree, but enough to where you can see the glass on the ground and kind of utilize that as an additional point.
Okay. Let's see.
Where are you pointing that?
Hmm?
Nah, never mind. We're burning time here.
So, you're casting light, and you're trying to reflect that directly onto this key.
Yes.
And then Aika's gonna use that light to go onto the glass that's right here, and then use that glass to project it further into like this corner, so the dog is way out of our way.
Oh, I thought you're looking at different dogs. I was looking at this one.
Now that one moved further up, and since we're going here and this way, Aika's not concerned with that one.
Okay.
All right. Second, just look.
Y'all feeling the
Yeah,
tension out there, Chad?
Oh my god. It's like Dark Souls stealth levels and you're a heavy armor class.
Mm-hmm.
Like Every time I move, my plate mail claps.
All right. Ika, can you roll me acrobatics? It's about the closest thing I can find for a roll that would essentially need for precise movement.
Okay. That's a pretty good number.
Okay. You, Marty, well, actually, how exactly are you doing the light spell? Like,
Minor
what?
illusion.
Okay. But I mean, like, how exactly are you, like, movement-wise? You know, how are you casting it? What are your hands doing? Where are you?
Oh, I'm kind of like holding the little ball of light on my finger and just kind of like keeping it in the line of sight of Ika's key, sort of like a flashlight.
Okay. And the position that you're at is where you are now.
Yes. Do I need to move?
Yes, because if you're going to be trying to cast this light, and he's pointing, he's facing this way.
Okay.
So obviously you're going to need the lights to be hitting there.
All right. So let me do the old Minnesota thing and just sneak on by. There we go. Extra immersive. Just rotate down like there. Finger.
Okay. So as you step on over, and you step past the log and onto the fallen stone blocks.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Can you roll me an athletics check?
Sure. 14.
Okay, that's fine. You're able to get a steady grip with your feet. And yeah, you don't cause any ruckus or trouble or any extra fall and stuff. You shine the light, and the area around you does light up very slightly as well.
Okay.
Vision. Hold on, you said you were using minor illusion, right?
Yes. Oh, don't tell me.
This is
No, it is a cantrip.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
You can create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The image ends if you dismiss.
Yeah, it's dancing lights or whatever it is, isn't it? That's normally the light
Yes.
spell.
Yes, so minor illusion does not create light.
Shit.
That's okay. You can still use the reflection of something if we have a light of any kind, which we do if you use the lantern.
Why can't you just use the illusion to create something in that corner?
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
another
Are
option.
you close enough to do that?
Let's see. Minor
If not, I
illusion's
could.
range is 30 feet. Let me check measurements here.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
It's a long ways. Shit.
So the corner would be right here. Am I looking at that right?
Yep. That's 60 feet, and I would need to get much closer because I can only do 30.
Well, if you want
Which
me
is
to
here.
take your, well, kind of stand
Yeah.
behind you, I could get a
Yeah, give
line
it
of
a shot.
sight and double my distance to put an image over there.
Do it.
What do you want me to make?
Let me think. Little
Right. Something that they would want to eat that can pretend to run.
Rabbit?
Rabbit?
I mean, that's probably the easiest thing. Or a deer, if you wanted to go for something that's a bit more, tasty, I guess? I don't know.
Something
so-
they would need a group to. Like, they would be like, oh, I can't take this down by myself. It's probably deer.
So, like right about there could work.
Okay.
Okay, so. Alright, let's give that a shot then. So I'll move up behind Maddie, not stepping onto the stones yet, still kind of on this fallen tree.
Okay.
And then looking in that direction, I will spend a sorcery point to distance spell, which lets me, double the distance of my spells, and I'll use minor illusion and create a doe, a deer, a female deer.
Yeah.
Lovely.
As it turns out, all the hollowed creatures are vegan.
So I tell you how fucking dead my brain is. I was staring at where you were creating this, waiting for something to appear.
Aw.
Where's the deer show up?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that's totally fair.
Yeah. I'm working
And you've been streaming for like
super
6
hard.
hours.
All right, reindeer. It's not female, but close fucking enough.
Close enough.
All right. So I'll give you control of that.
Yep. So
Yep.
let me get back out of this. There we go. So yeah, I wanted it to be like kind of like right here by that set of like that tree or bush.
Okay. Yep. So behind those two, you move and you focus your energies, and you send forth your mind's eye to weave an illusion, as a female deer appears beside the bush. What do you do with it?
Let's see.
Think like a deer.
So I guess I would have it, start acting like a deer, just kind of looking up around the trees, kind of like in the areas, and just kind of looking around at the area, trying to get it to be noticed, so it's not like a stationary thing.
Okay. So you begin to move it around, and I can't remember. Minor illusion can't physically interact, can it?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Okay, you create a sound or an image of an object within range.
Yeah, physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it.
Who's got the best amount of strength for throwing a rock in its direction?
Me probably, right?
Yeah, I
Right
think
out
my
of-
strength is like garbage.
So
Could I? Oh, I guess one thing I'd be curious about. Could I also make the image make a sound?
So I'm reading the minor illusion cantrip. It says you can create an image or a sound.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna give you it, but technically it says if you create an image of an object, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. Oh wait, actually no, hold on, with the female. No, sorry, never mind. No,
Yeah,
you're right.
That'd still work.
Yep, sorry, you're right. For some reason, I was thinking like a smaller.
Mhm.
So thinking maybe just throw a rock just because the deer can't speak, and just sort of be like, "Hey, look at this."
work.
All right.
Don't make
Yeah,
it a
kinda-
big rock, though.
Yeah. Trying to think, like Maddie like kind of scoops through around and tries to find a rock that would work. Like it's not small, but it's big enough to be like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to roll anything for that. Like, this place is fucking covered in them.
And then I'm a throw it and throw it in the direction of the deer.
Okay.
Do I have to roll strength on that?
I'm just checking some stuff now.
Okay.
Sorry, one of the first things that comes up is throwing stones illegal.
Yeah. Throwing a rock. It's the biggest crime to Horei.
Don't ever say the word
All the
shop
creatures
here.
just turn out and like, well, I never.
We may be evil, but we're civilized.
We've been bamboozled.
Okay, so technically, apparently, increased strength does nothing for the throwing distance, but that's bullshit. I think that's complete bullshit. So normally you can throw about 20 to 60 feet, but
Okay.
what is your strength?
19.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say you can very easily. So just roll me a strength throw.
Okay. 24.
Oh,
Right through a
easy.
window.
No. No, that's easy. Yeah. You throw, you pick up the stone, you aim it with, and you throw it directly. It passes past everything else and directly hits the tree behind the deer, rustling it. The second it does that, you notice the creature, the creature up here, rear up and jump on out, screeching and clawing at the floor. You also notice the old lady in the doorway begin to run in the same direction. The limbs sort of like almost bending and twisting as she does.
Oh, God, I don't
Yep. Time to move. Time to move.
Yeah, this is... Less casting, more running.
Wait, does that mean that that house is free?
We're still in earshot of them, though. Like, if a door's here and she's here, that's 15 feet. Are you that stealthy?
Can I?
Hmm.
Could I move the deer like it's running down this way? Like it's running down that way?
I mean, yeah, you can move the illusion, sure. So
Yeah, I mean, if they're trained on it now, then yeah, I'd like to try and move the illusion a little bit.
okay, yeah. How far do you want to move it?
I don't got a lot of viewpoint for it. Maybe like in this corner here where there's kind of like a bit of a blocking view if any of us were to try and run into this spot.
Yeah, okay. You move the illusion and you skitter and run it down there into the bush. This creature begins to crawl, claw and screech and run down the pathway. You notice also another one from down there as well joins it, and the old lady goes over here and she makes it over the glass. Begins to continue down that way as well.
Oh,
Now's our
good. She's out of
chance.
eyesight. All right, go.
Are we going to the house?
Yes, go in the
Yes.
house.
Okay.
Go in the house. Going in the
Going in the
house.
house. Going in the house. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Going in the house. Yeah. Hello. Entrance.
Yeah, hold on, give me a sec.
Okay. I got scared. I was like, shit, we're all bundled up in a corner.
Uh-huh.
None of us have a key.
Kid, are you fucking serious right now?
I don't even need a key, man. Shape water can be a key.
Eldritch
You're the-
Blast can be a key, but that's not what we're trying to do here.
No. Shape water is so long as you can actually make a key. You fill water in the key slot and then you freeze it so that it becomes a key, and then you can just open a door.
Huh? Let me write that down for later.
Yeah, I looked at a ton of different ways of using just shape water.
That's a good one. Why didn't I think of that?
Mm-hmm.
Literally have a dude.
Technically, if we didn't want to make a lot of noise either, you can also just cover the bottom of your feet in ice and slide across certain surfaces.
Cool. Apparently, I already have that on that character. Sweet. Cool. Never mind. Sorry, I was thinking of my other boy.
Okay.
Yeah, my next character is going to be very spell heavy.
Yeah, and I can tell you this too. My next character will have dark vision because I keep thinking about that through this whole campaign.
That'll be fun. But basically, going through all the spells, like what needs components and what doesn't, and if it needs a component, can I get it really easily?
Uh-huh.
Oh, mine's a hyperfixator, so he's just going to be like, I'm just going to collect all of this, and then just carries it around on his person.
Just look to you. It's like, do you have any string on you? Don't ask why.
I think one of my belts is like made out of it.
Perfect.
like,
That's all.
I
You
need the
just take the
pelt
whole
of
belt.
a marmoset.
Just pull it out of my bag.
It's like, do you happen to have an old leg in there? Don't ask what the spell's for. I just need a leg.
Okay. Figure out how to move you guys over to an area because you can create, so you can like I have different things and you can create like folders for it, and normally I would just, oh wait, okay, hold on, never mind, figured out.
Yay.
Wow. Welcome to my house. Sure to be a house.
Okay.
Did we make sure that we sort of stopped the door from being immediately opened behind us?
Can you use shape water to lock the door? Since you brought it up.
So when you entered on in, the door had already been, the door is already open because she was peering in,
Okay.
so that's not an issue. So the door is presently open.
Somebody better lock that.
Mm-hmm.
Although if it changes state, she might just... It depends on if they've got intelligence or not. They were peering in, so clearly there's a bit more than just nothing going on in there.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Well, I think maybe if we go through here quickly. They were
Okay.
only peering in, not coming in, so if we get out of the entryway...
Alright, let's keep moving then. Boop, boop, boop. Stealthy
I will
boy.
take one note and say I can't see anything.
Oh, can't you? Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
Neither can I.
Oh, are you,
Oh.
okay. Is it dim or is it just completely black?
It's black.
Black.
Mine's
oh, okay.
dim.
Oh, okay.
I have the eyes of a god.
Okay. Just before we go any further, when you figure out the other two's thing, can I do any kind of like a listening check to see if there's any other sounds going on in here before we go any further?
Oh, okay. So, it is actually supposed to be pitch black for you, because it's well, although I guess outside with some light. Okay, hold on then. I'm gonna place some light outside, but it is supposed to be dark. There is no lights going on in here. There's nothing like that. So, but there would be the outside light. So I'll give you like some outside light.
But they could. If Zeal's a fae, can he technically give enough light for them to see?
I don't think they give up. Like,
Damn.
let me just
Well,
see.
I will say I have blind sight with 60 feet, so.
Blind sight, yeah,
You'd
that
be covered, I think.
blind sight doesn't cover that. It just allows you to be. If you are blinded, you are still able to, essentially. You basically are able to deal with it. The disadvantage of it.
Sorry, kid. You need to actually lose your eyes for that to count.
Okay, so you guys, can you guys see like the pale darkness now at least?
Let me look.
Yeah.
No, still. I see the one bit of light there, but everything else is pitch black.
You should be able to see like. Oh, let me get rid of.
I wonder if there's a setting I'm not hitting.
Yeah, because according to the like, I've got. You should be able to see.
Graphics. Animated graphics. Personalization. As it turns out, turning off dark mode does not help that.
RTX on.
Let's see here.
Yeah, if you look on the stream, that's what you should be seeing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I do see that part, so...
Oh, so it's working then. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, I can see your stream doing
Oh,
it, it's just not
right.
on my
It's not on
screen.
your
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
just-
it's not on mine either.
Maybe
Really?
just use that until we get
Hold
our
on.
shit
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, dynamic
It's all
lighting,
good.
vision. Yeah, because you guys, neither of you guys have dark vision.
I do.
Do you?
Oh,
It says I have dark vision.
I think you've got it. I think I'm the only one that doesn't.
Annie,
Maybe I don't.
let me
see.
check you. Hold on.
Let me check. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally be
It's
wrong here.
light.
Give me your sheet.
Yeah, because I could have sworn I checked everyone when I was before I set this up.
See if you
Just
can.
say turn the vision lighting tab.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm seeing just like.
Yeah,
It
you just
all
only have
pop
blind
up.
sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, blind sight is different. You
Okay.
can perceive your
Light.
surroundings without having to rely on sight. Creatures without eyes, blah blah blah.
So if I just close my eyes.
Basically,
I can see
it's
them.
basically you have like spidey sense sort of thing. Like, so like if say for example you were in somebody casted like a fog around you, you would still be able to fight. Basically, is the idea.
Okay. Should we? Maddie kind of looks towards it. It's like we should probably guide them through this. They can't see anything.
Well, hold on, I'm still trying to figure out so Kester can actually see anything.
I assume there's some kind of thing on
Yeah.
your end as the DM that can.
Yeah, the basically I have to activate dynamic lighting, which on the actual thing, and then I've given you token vision, gives the ability to see if there is a light or night vision available.
Maybe I need to refresh my screen. Let me try that. Oh, that didn't. Okay, now that's another thing that's weird because maybe it's just because the blackness or anything, but I don't see anyone's tokens either besides my
Yeah,
own.
me either.
Oh, if your vision's obstructed, I think even other people's tokens sometimes disappear.
Yeah, because the further I get away from you guys, the darker your icons actually become.
Oh.
So the idea is that
Yeah.
if you guys don't have the vision, like if you guys don't have the dark vision, I would be able to hide somebody around a corner, for example.
I got it.
Assassino.
I'm fine if someone holds my hand.
I could make a little bit of light in here.
I
but
mean, yeah, you're perfectly free
I
to
mean-
do so.
Oh, yeah, if we-
I'm just afraid that if there's windows in here, it's gonna alert somebody on the outside, you know. But I could also
I mean,
light up
you,
a small object and then hide it under my cloak or something.
I mean, you are able to. I mean, no, you are actually able to see. Obviously, like so, you can see that there is a window up to the right.
Right.
Just obviously you
Also,
can't,
do
for some
you-
reason,
Do
see
you
it.
not
Right?
have your lantern anymore? Did that like vanish with power hat?
No, no, I still have it.
Use the lantern.
Well, That's what I was afraid of. I could either do light cantrip, or if I use the lantern, would that be counted as a magical item that sets off pings everywhere? So I could do a light cantrip to
Do it
help
up.
resolve this if we could.
I mean, yeah, you could do the light cantrip if you want.
Oh
Yeah.
no, my mustache got big. I'm sorry. I misclicked.
What?
I'm just mustache now. Oh no.
I just looked down. I was
No,
like,
no.
So
God.
that's mermaid puberty. You
Oh,
just grow a
no.
giant mustache.
So are you casting the light then?
Yes, I'll do it on a small item. Like, let's see.
If you, to your left, I'll help you out. To your left, there is a potted plant. You could throw it on.
I want to get it on something that I could cover quickly in case something comes around.
Oh.
I mean, you definitely. Well, I mean, as a warlock and a spellcaster, you definitely have like a bunch of little doodads in your satchel.
Yeah. Oh, there's my little. How about this? I've got my little cheater's coin.
Oh, perfect.
There you
Just
go.
pull that out.
What's the distance of the light? What's the distance it causes?
Let's see. Did we already close the door behind us?
No, you did not.
Yes.
Oh, you
I
didn't.
thought
Close
that's
it.
what I did.
No, I said I came in
Yeah.
and it opened, and then none of you said anything about closing it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hey, close the door, and maybe, you brought up that whole shape water key thing. Do that.
No, I did bring up that I wanted to, because I asked the group, should we lock the door, and like the bare minimum was to shut it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't
True, I
remember
heard
hearing that. But that's fine. Either way.
So door closed. Yes.
Yep, door closed.
closed.
Yes.
Okay. The distance the light gives off is 20-foot radius.
Oh, that's not too bad. I was worried it was gonna be like sweet rave party light, like.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You focus and you begin to cast. You cover it with your cloak, and then you begin to hold the coin in your hand, and squeeze upon it. And as you open it up, a bright light emerges. As you do, oh, sorry, hold on, the dog wants to. Dog.
Thrusk, you're glowing.
What you fail to realize is that this is an open arrangement in the house where all the walls are made of glass.
Oh my god, it'd be terrible. Like, Brew, you brought us into an all-glass house.
Hey, open air arrangements
Never
are all
mind,
the
it is
rage,
raining.
man.
Dog has decided no.
It's like, I'm sorry, man. It was a greenhouse. So, it'd be a really good.
Oh, yeah, I just love the idea that an entire glass house. He's just like, well, it seemed secure at the time, man.
Look, I can
I
see
understand
I can see danger coming from all directions.
It's helpful when you're inside trying to look out.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So you so the light opens up and reveals a bunch of potted plants, old rickety wood, a bunch of different crates, stacked upon the top of each other. The smell of plants mixed with the odd smell of like almost very metallic. And while you do that, Azalea, you wanted to do something originally when you headed up, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted to listen to make sure there's no sounds that could cause us problems before we actually go any further.
Okay. What's your natural perception again?
Sorry, there's so many things open. Where is it? 26.
Oh, pfft. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you're heading on in, you notice as you take a listen, you can hear in the distance, from where you came from, the gnarling and snarling of the creatures. As it begins to die down slightly. From within the house that you're in itself, you don't hear anything other than the wind and the floorboards that you're walking across.
Okay. I can't hear anything, so we should be okay to continue.
Well, that's good.
We're Works for
I
me.
proceed cautiously just in case.
All right. Maddie turns to Brew. It's like, we're in the house. Your turn.
Oh, right on, man. I wasn't expecting it to be to be like this. Good job, guys.
Bit of unorthodox thinking.
Okay, right.
And he heads up to the door and he pulls out a key from his satchel and opens the door.
Oh.
Right, okay, hold your breath. It's not pleasant in here.
Oh.
I mean, that's a good thing, because my next thing I was going to do at one point was to sniff. I guess I'm
Let's
happy
say
I did it.
this explains the metallic smell.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
I
but-
just doesn't see anything. Oh God, what is that? What?
Welcome to Silent Hill.
Oh no. Okay.
Hey, it's okay. Like, chill out, man. It was an old butcher's. It's fine.
Oh, thank God.
It's gotten a little bit bloodier since then, but, you know, it's all good. It's always smelled like this.
You know, maybe I'm starting to understand why some people only eat plants.
Well, maybe this will help mask our scent a bit as well.
True. Follow the bros.
Oh,
Right.
just keep on moving.
In here, guys.
Oh. Dude, this butcher has so many OSHA violations.
Why are there chains? Why chains?
Those very non-compliant cows. I'm sorry.
So as you enter on into this room, he heads on up to the corner, and he pulls up a hatch to reveal an entranceway. And
all right, down here.
All right, big shield in first in case something tries to kill.
Can I do like a perception check or something?
Sure. What you looking for?
To see if there's anything kind of weird or off in this, space, just in case it's like a trap of some sort.
Oh, sure, nothing's weird or off in the giant bloody room.
I
that we're in.
just feel like it's strange that no one else is curious.
Right.
Like,
No,
I'm
it's
looking around,
totally
I'm like,
fair. Go ahead.
I kind of want to get out of the murder room.
Yeah.
just feel like-
Roll me a perception.
yeah. So 27.
Oh. Yeah. As he's opening the hatch and heading down, you take a moment to kind of take in your surroundings. Looking around, you can see a lot of usual tools that you would kind of assume from a butcher. Maybe a little bit odd, like there's the blood around. There's plenty of blood around. The tools are slightly rusted and bloodied. To us, the only thing that seems a little bit off to you is the fact of how much blood is around. But you also have no real frame of reference for how a butcher does his work. So you don't. There's not. You may find it odd, but it does not mean it is odd. But you have no
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
I'm sure I could think of a logical reason, like if they have to still, feed everyone down where we're going.
Listen, Aiko was just all like, just in case the person leading us is.
I assumed the shiny
Suspicious.
key in the right corner would have caught your attention.
Oh no, I just saw that as reused asset.
Okay. So we're going in the hatch. We trust the bro, right? I trust the bro.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Bro.
Got your back, bro.
Alright, well, as you head on down, you find yourselves in tunnelways.
Oh. You died.
You notice upon your face the sound of you died appearing.
In white text.
bright lighting. Ooh.
I see
Wow.
a rat. Hello, rat.
Oh.
You're my friend.
Oh, look, a dead body.
Hello, dead body.
Oh, we
You're
are
my
next
friend.
to one, aren't we?
Yeah, it sure do be right there.
Thrask, don't stand on Kevin.
You know this
Yeah,
person?
so this guy was a butcher or a murderer?
Want to?
Bruce steps on forward. It's like, oh, don't worry, man. It's like, look, I know this looks like grim and everything, but you gotta remember, everything that happened here, people didn't make it. We don't exactly have time to bury the ones who didn't make it, man.
Yeah, I get that.
No, come on. Make sure that no one else does.
Right. Follow the buff elf man. Follow the buff elf man.
Come on, Thrask. I'm gonna go behind you because I'm the whatchamacallit tank. We got Paladin in the front and the tank going at the back.
As
Actually,
you
just can't see, so he's just relying on Thrask.
Uh-huh.
He wants to
Typic-
be in the front, but he can't be.
Typical DPS behavior.
All right, you so you descend into the dirt tunnels. The smell and taste of metal leaves your senses, to your relief. And as you descend further on, you notice the dirt slowly turns into old dark stone. As you find yourselves entering into old darkened sewers. And he begins to continue his he continues his way forward through the darkness, with nothing but a torch that he begins to light. He guides you down a few twists and turns, and you notice, if you could, I think all of your passive perceptions are good enough for this. You notice that as every corner that he goes around, he takes a moment to take some luminescent moss out of his satchel and place it into the wall.
Ooh. Fancy.
Eventually, you make it down enough of the hallways, and you come down to a singular stone wall in front of you. Brew walks forwards and pulls out a stone and reaches his hand in, and you hear him like, and as he clunks something, and as he does, the wall begins to vibrate and move, slowly revealing behind it another tunnel. Standing at the entrance of the tunnel, two humans, one with a crossbow aimed directly at you, the other standing behind him.
Yeah, that's the welcome I expected.
Brood kind of steps in front. It's just like, hey guys. Oh, right. Well, hold on here. Neelan, Hollow, NMR, Ivari, man. But the humans kind of like just put their crossbow down. It's like, yeah, it's him.
So happens he knows another elf or something like that.
For anybody here who knows Elvish, you know he said, never hollow, only light.
Oh, it was me. I know that one.
Man, it's like, boy, that language sounded pretty.
Azalea just nods her head. It's just like, that's true.
They as he releases his crossbow and the other human behind them takes a more relaxed stance. They kind of peer over to the rest of you and they kind of look towards Bruises. So is this them? Yeah, man. I've vetted them. It's them, man. You know, Regler's friends. You know, the big 4-0.
thought you were meant to be bringing 5. Oh, no, she's staying outside. You know, she's doing other things for us. Don't worry about it. Come on, let us in. We need to go meet Regler, man. Okay, fine. They step out the way and allow you entrance way.
Ooh.
Now, as you step on through, the now self-closing magical wall begins to close behind you as the other two take their steps back into position. The air kind of shifts, heavy with mingled smells of damp stones, sweat, and burning pith. Before you stretches the sanctum. As you enter on in, it begins to get bigger and bigger and bigger, until you begin to hear distant sounds of like clanking and banging and movement. As you eventually end up opening to a huge sanctum, revealing a crumbling underground city that once seems to have harbored only criminals and outcasts. You notice around you it's now teeming with a mixture of desperate refugees and its hardened inhabitants. You know from your experiences here that this is the location where the Underdiers have kept their criminal organization. Flickering torchlight reveals makeshift campsites crammed between ruined buildings where the displaced citizens of the surface huddle alongside thieves, smugglers, and cutthroats. The oppressive weight of the hollowed army above has forced this unlikely alliance, binding these two groups together in an uneasy truce. You follow Brew down even further, heading into the narrow streets, where it begins to kind of burst more into life with activity, with blacksmiths hammering out weapons in a hastily required forges, while shady dealers peddle food and supplies in shadowed corners. Their prices, you notice as you walk along, are steep for the needy. Tense negotiations unfold around you between the surface dwellers and the Underdiers of the original denizens. The clang of iron and the low murmur of voices echo through the dilapidated alleyways, mingled with the scent of, again, damp stone and a faint acrid smell of torches spluttering in the gloom. Cloaked figures linger at the edges of the firelight, watching you with suspicion, while the citizens offer mixed reactions, from hope to bitter anguish. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're walking down through this?
Can we recognize anyone amongst, like, see if we can point out people we've encountered that survived?
Sure. Roll me a perception.
Okay.
I'm looking for my son.
25.
Roll me perception as well.
Where's my buttons? Goddamn buttons.
Chad's like, so New Jersey? No, this is Detroit.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Maddie, is there anyone you're looking for in specific, or just anyone you recognize?
Two people that can come at the top of my head is our lovely frog assistant from the beginning of the contest, and the blacksmith orc that was helping me out.
Okay. Azalea, as you're walking around trying to focus, you don't see any obvious sight of Cedric, unfortunately. Considering you are entering into almost a city almost as big as what was above. So this place is expansive and huge. So it's no surprise that you can't just instantly, you don't happen to just instantly see him.
Okay.
Marty, as you're looking around, you don't see you don't see the Slippy, unfortunately. Considering you've just gone past the blacksmith's area, you do notice the familiar sight of the orc working away hastily at brand new swords that he's crafting. You notice that the forges that have been made are, you know, dirty, crude, dark, and broken. But he seems to be making the best of it as he works alongside many other, obviously not as skilled blacksmiths, as everyone tries to pull their weight.
Maddie doesn't want to disturb him, but he kind of just looks and just takes a sigh of relief, like, glad he's all right.
I think Thrask is probably just looking at this area kind of in awe, trying to think about how big does this area compare to the underground tunnel network that he has in his city.
Oh, this is far more expansive.
Ooh.
So the areas that you had back there were kind of, it was kind of like kind of more of a big cave. This is almost a city in itself. It almost feels as if it almost feels as if Horei was just put on top of this.
Wow.
Well, that has some implications.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aiko, is there anything you want to do while you're walking, or not?
I think the BRB for a second.
No. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Well. As you continue on through, you walk through. The tension is palpable with every step. The narrow, broken streets are crowded with the makeshift stalls as you get further in huddled groups. The air thick with sharp tang of metallic dust and a faint odor again of damp stone. You weave between the people, boots scuffing against cracked cobblestone, while muffled whispers and the distant clang of metal drifts through the air. Ahead of you, as you make your way through these cobblestones and through the district, you begin to see some more buildings ahead of you that they stand and kind of loom in like torchlight. A hulking stone structure that appears to actually be in decent state compared to everything else. You know, the stone is darkened with warped wooden doors. Its roof, one of the only things that seems to be in decent state, though time has clearly left its mark. As you approach you begin to feel an unusual presence. Something you felt before, but it feels warm, feels lighter than everywhere else. You begin to feel less anxious, and you begin to feel almost like almost as if you are piercing into the daylight itself. Armed guards part the way for you as Brew motions forwards, their eyes heavy with the weight of duty, and the faint glow from within the building hints at the importance of those inside. The doors swing open, and as you step inside the building, the air around you again changes. Still damp, and crowded tension of the streets now is quiet, and almost an oppressive stillness fills the air instead as the doors close. The walls are lined with dark, worn stone, and the dim glow of wall-mounted lanterns cast long shadows that flicker like ghosts. The floor beneath your feet creaks faintly, old wood stained under the weight of centuries. The hallways are narrow with low ceilings that make the space feel slightly claustrophobic. Every sound echoes from the scrape of your boots to the rustle of cloaks, as if the structure holds many different secrets far older than even the Underdiers themselves. Guards stand at intervals, watching you with their eyes, their hands rested on weapons but unmoving and disciplined. At the end of the hallway, a wide, creaking staircase spirals upwards. He guides you up there. The climb is slow. Each step is heavy with everything you've had to go through this whole time. But at the top, you come to a large, dimly lit room. Its walls hung with faded banners and cracked stone pillars that rise to the vaulted ceiling. Standing near a grand table is Regler. His radiant blonde hair, a sharp contrast to his imposing violet armor, casting a faint golden glow in the low light. His eyes sharp and cold, but watchful. Next to him stands another figure, unsettling in his presence, sharp, angular features, marked by deep lines of wariness and ambition. One eye faintly clouded and scarred, the other keen and calculating. His slicked-backed hair, graying, frames his face that speaks of ruthless cunning. Dressed in a long coat of dark leather that is adorned with subtle, precise details, this individual radiates control, a man who thrives in the chaos of the Undertires, carrying the weight of countless unseen deals. As you enter on in with Brew, Regler turns to you, his stern face softening into a heartly smile as he greets you, his voice warm and booming.
Ah, my friends! It pleases me you were able to make it without issue.
We had a good pair of hands, and he kind of gestures his head towards Brew.
I knew I could trust you. Yeah, man. Thanks. I'm tired.
And he just kind of like wanders back out.
You've got it from here, master. I've got it from here. Take it well-earned rest.
I think everyone is still holding their breath for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, so dog was out again.
Oh, needy dog tonight.
No D&D, only outside.
Only attention.
That's how I feel
God,
like
the
my
dog is so
neighborhood
interruptive
just keep
today.
being a bunch of people at my door. And I'm like, go away.
Right.
Anyway,
Did someone show up
that
again?
was a lot of
Yes.
description, so I
Oh,
apologize
no.
on that.
Oh, you're good.
Anyway, so you are now in the room with Regler, this other individual, and one or two other guards. And as he sends Brew away to rest, he approaches you with the same level of warmth that he's always greeted you with. He walks on up to all of you. Marty, he slaps you on the back with almost enough force to push the very god from within you.
I forgot how strong you were, buddy.
And here, Azalea, he approaches you and gives you a warm, embraced hug.
Azalea just like barely takes the hug and just goes, "Where's Cedric?"
Cedric, do not worry. He's, at present, he's out scouting to keep guard of the entranceways and to make sure that we can utilize them later. Oh, don't worry. He's safe.
Alright, she visibly, like, detenses, so there's clearly a little bit happier than she's been for, like, the last hour or so.
If it pleases you, Madam Azalea, he will return soon.
Yeah.
And after that hug, he approaches you, Ica, and he prepares a fist bump.
Aw, Ika's definitely gonna do that.
You both punch, and he kind of like takes it back. It's like,
You've grown in strength, young one.
Yep, and I learned a curse word.
I would love to hear it later.
And he approaches you, Thrask, and releases his hand and grabs yours for a strong handshake.
I actually go and shake his hand with my tail.
Oh.
That's a sign of trust. I think he's proven himself at this point.
Friendship.
He goes to grab your hand, and you lower your hand, and your tail whips around and goes into his. Ah. I'm glad to see I've earned it.
You've done so much for everyone here, not just us, Regler. You have earned my trust at this point.
Well, we all have. We've all earned, I think, well, a rest, but fortunately that does not come. Well, my friends, please let me introduce you to this gentleman.
And he kind of gestures towards the individual who was next to him.
This is Quinn. He has graciously opened his home to everyone.
And as his smile beams even more so than usual, the individual turns towards you all, his hands placed behind his back, standing stern and straight.
Well, one could hardly refuse.
And as he utters, Regler just lets out a bellied laugh.
I feel like there's something here that we're missing, guys.
Insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
I have a +2. 15.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do this, or just like
Sure, why not?
Sure, you know me
Oh,
and my
no,
stellar
Azalea.
insight.
Azalea believes this man is absolutely amazing and is giving him is like going to give him a handshake.
Why does it continue this way?
Oh
Dude,
man,
you're
good to
cursed
know
in
I'm
this
staying
shit.
in character.
Okay,
You
well,
just-
Thrask, you
So
see,
trusting.
Regler trusts him, so you're like, well, he can't be all that bad.
Yeah.
And Azalea, of course, you just outright just like, I trust him.
Yep.
Marty and Ica, you kind of like eye him up a little bit, and you kind of try to take note of his body movement and his minuscule movements in his face. His body movement, his body language does not tell of anything. It barely has moved, almost as if like a statue. The way that he spoke the words "one can hardly refuse," you see, you kind of grasp that there's you can tell for a fact that this man has intentions, and he's not terribly pleased about. He seems not terribly pleased about having to share his home with everyone, but
Okay.
you don't sense any kind of specific malice behind the words.
Maddie kind of like furrows his brows and he just like does just a polite like orcish bow and it's like, it's very pleasing that you've opened your place given the circumstances.
Ica's gonna look at him and be like, "You smell like blood."
Oh, dude,
What?
too rough.
He looks towards you, Marty, and and he just repeats,
Well, as I mentioned, one can hardly refuse.
and then he looks towards you, Ica, and he kind of sort of like puts his head down a little bit more to you, not bowing, but kind of just like being almost like directly looking at you, as and he kind of utters towards you.
What'd he say?
I'm trying to think. Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks towards you and just utters very slowly and very deliberately,
My dear boy, the stench of what?
Fuck. god, ADHD is strong today.
Oh, you're fine, dude. You've been going like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
dude.
I had a
Brain's
really good
clocked
line
out.
and then it's gone. Oh, that was it. It's like it just utters the words of like, "My dear boy, this is the stench of what is necessary."
Oh, that
Mm.
dude, that's badass.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The fuck were you worried about?
Well, like I said, I forgot halfway through.
Ike is just gonna kind of like lean over to Marty and kind of whisper and be like, "A shower is also necessary."
I'll high five you later for that one.
It is at this point Ica puts on shades and dabs. Oh, hold on. Gotta close the door.
Model's just tweaking out while he's leaving. Just,
Mm.
oh god, the burn was too much.
I think our dog is playing Dungeons and Distractions instead of Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, JoJo is too. She like ran into the booth before. Like, are you done yet?
Aww.
Yeah, it's fine. She's gotta take her meds after this anyway, and that's gonna be a fun game of how do I get the cat to eat this?
Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, anyway. Okay, so alright, so anyway, after that line, after all that, Regler kind of announces to the guards and to Quinn, if they wouldn't mind leaving while he brings you guys up to speed. And the guards leave, pushing their speared weapons to the ground, of course. And Quinn just turns to look at Regler. Again with an unmoving expression. And says, "Of course." And as he begins to walk. As he begins to walk past, Quinn walks past you all, and then Marty, he stops at you, just to the right of you, in earshot, and he talks to you and he mentions, he whispers to you something.
Oh.
I'll send you a message.
Where is he?
Give me a second.
Oh. Maddie kind of furrows his brow a little bit, but then like nods like vaguely enough for only him to see it.
If any of you would are doing anything during this as well, let me know.
Maddie.
Get- Eh?
Maddie kind of like thinks it over and then just slowly, hesitantly nods.
Okay. Okay, so Ica, you're trying to listen in, I assume? Ica?
Think you're on
Mute. Yeah,
Yep.
that mute.
Oh, did it mute? Oh, God. I keep muting. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, Ike is right next to Marty, so he's just going to listen in.
Okay, well, with an 18, then you can absolutely, yeah, sure. You hear him having said this.
Oh. Ah, okay. Ike is just going to kind of look over at Marty and then not say anything.
Okay. With that, then, Quinn begins to head out. Marty, what do you do?
Marty is kind of just like looks to Aika. It's just like, I have something I need to go do really quickly. I'll be right back.
You should probably tell everyone.
Right. Maddie sort of like nudges Thrask and Azalea. It's like, something has been brought to my attention. Do you guys mind if I step out?
I mean, isn't this kind of important too, though? He's gonna, like, tell us stuff.
You
can
shouldn't
check-
go alone. I'll go with Marty.
Well, I'd rather someone go with him instead of him being alone, so.
Wait. Okay, Zaylee's just gonna, like, auntie or mother mode, just, like, stare at both Ika and Marty and just go, alright, no more secrets, what is it? Promised.
Right.
He
Rubber
did say
secrets.
that.
Maddie kind of looks to Quinn like, is it alright? Can I say it?
I think Quinn's gone, right?
No. He's heading out the room. But he stops and turns his head so that you can only see the side of it. I am not your keepers. By all means.
According to our lovely host here, there is someone that I know personally that has been expecting me to show up, and they've been anxiously awaiting for my arrival. I might as well go see who it is.
Do you have any inclination as to who it could be?
There's only a few people in this area that I would know personally, and anyone that I would have known, well, I haven't seen in quite a while. Kind of like nudging to the idea. It's like, yeah, most of my brothers besides Patches are dead, and I don't know where my actual son is, so,
I think we should let Marty do it. We don't know what's gonna happen after all of this. And what about who he needs to meet up with is really important.
Regler chirps up as well. This is like, if you have business to attend to, I can fill you all in later, or your friends can do it too. Just make sure that you return here soon.
I will.
The plan that we must enacts on sunrise.
Okay. Maddie kind of looks to Azalea. No more secrets. Please let me go see him.
Well, I mean, we might as well go with you, I guess. I think it'd be better if we get this rundown from Regler as a group, because you all ask questions that I forget or don't know.
That's fair. And he, like
All right.
Quinn said, we're not his keepers, so.
Regler, if you don't mind us stepping out for a moment, now that we know what you are, we'll be back shortly.
His expression changes very, very slightly. Still a smile, but more of like a sort of more neutralized. Just, well, of course, far be it from me to stop you from meeting who you need to meet. You know where I am, and meet me back here as soon as possible, and we will go over what needs to be done.
Right.
But please, no. If you have any unfinished business, now is the time to do it.
There's the line. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. This is time to burn in case, your son comes back.
Oh, I'm making sure we get here if my son gets back.
Okay. Then let's go.
Madam Azalea, the second he's back, I will send for someone for you.
I appreciate it. I'll hurry these guys' asses back so that you don't have to wait long.
Trust me, she's very good at that.
Make sure you do.
As you do that, he turns and kind of begins to rustle through a few papers and parchment on the table that was in front of him. You all turn to see Quinn still staring back at you with his readied over shaded eye, and he turns and begins to walk on forwards.
Maddie takes the lead and follows him.
Okay.
There we go.
Quinn guides all of you outside of the room, a bit further into the house, and down some stone stairs, which begin to lead to an iron gate that continue further down into a corridor of iron bars. Coming to, as you begin to walk past them all, you notice that this is very clearly some kind of holding settlement. You notice that almost that every single one of the holding cells appears to be empty, minus one. Coming to the end of the corridor, where within the dark shadows you notice a figure sits at the end. One knee raised, the other floored. They appear to be wearing unusually garments of nobility, scruffy black hair, and yet clean shaven. Hands upturned on the ground, head hanging low. They raise their head slightly as it parts their wet, darkened hair. Red eyes pierce through the same stare that you've seen before. They begin to stand, sniffling through dry coughs and adjusting their garments as they stand towards you. The individual walks forwards out of the shadows. Ah, Master Tolrin. You accepted my invitation to this. Well, not my finest establishment. Vassix stands before you.
Maddie definitely tenses up and just looks at him. You know, you looked much nicer the last time we met.
Damn, I can't say the same. Now then. I wasn't expecting your friends to appear. But anyway, I'm glad you accepted my invitation.
Well, Regler said if I had unfinished business, now would be the time, and now that I know it's you, there's some business I would like to settle.
I'm sure you would.
He slicks back his hair back into as much as back into his old looking self as he can. But you can clearly tell that he's been here for a little while now. His clothes dampened, covered in dirt. He perks up to a little bit as he approaches the iron bars in front.
Let us not dilly-dally with such details. I'm here to strike a deal. A truce, if you will.
Are you fucking serious?
Most certainly.
After everything you've done to me?
Yes.
Boy, you have balls. Some serious balls to say that. But you know what? I'm in a good mood. I made it here. My friends are here. And I've learned to not let my anger take over anymore. So please, what is this truce you speak of, Vassix?
As you mentioned, your abilities that you've gained and your newfound control, his eyes flicker, a shade of orange and fire beneath them.
I shall leave everything I have behind, and no one shall hear my name ever again. And in return, I shall never hear yours, and your band of merry godlings will leave me alone.
Matt, he kind of like gestures to everything that's going on. Your tomfuckery led to all of this. Why should we let you go?
I can assure you, this had nothing to do with me. I was a victim of this before any of you even knew this existed. This was brought here because of, and he kind of looks at all of you and almost through you all. This happened because you all decided to play God with his children. So don't you even think this has anything to do with me. This has happened because of you. Now, do you accept my truce or not?
Until you answer some questions. Why my brothers? What did we ever do to deserve that?
Are you still crying over this? Boo-hoo. Your brothers died. Do something now, or many others will, at the hands of everything that you are doing. If you must know, it was merely a job. It was nothing personal to any of you. You were there. I needed you not.
You changed everything about my life. I had no name, no more brothers, nothing. And that was a job to you. But I can take a little bit of silver lining that because of what you did, I'm standing here and you're in there. So did that job pay off?
Oh, handsomely. But this is long in the past now. You are to become a god. Now, let's see if you can behave like one. Because if not, if this behavior of yours continues, you'll create many more just like me. One's tired of being controlled. First, the Hollowed One creates me to do his dirty work. And now a choice between you six or him. The freedom I once had is gone either way.
Maddie looks to the group. Just thinks, is there anything you want to ask him?
I don't get it. Why ask to be pardoned for this? Why now?
As you may not understand, tiny child, that the situation we are in, the Hollowed One has returned. The powers that I would normally use to escape, we cannot use, or he would know exactly our location. I do not wish to be a slave again. And you six are to become the new gods. Even if I escaped here, I would just have you six on my back again. Servitude for him or for you. I wish for neither. But I understand that I will have to leave and start anew. A different life, one not that leads to servitude. Hence the truce.
Rask, Azalea, anything you want to say before I decide?
Hang on 1 minute here. I had to look something up.
Actually, let me check something too.
There's one more condition that I want.
What?
You have to apologize to Parahai. You punched him.
That fledgling and I have a far deeper past than you could ever imagine.
And yet you seemed like you couldn't even see past, what was it you said? Mercantile magic? I imagine it's quite the situation. Being locked away like this. I wouldn't imagine any kind of dragon would want to be caught up in his own little cage.
Well, here's the thing. If we let him go, even after all this is done, and might end up biting us in the butt, we kind of have to know that we can trust him to be good. So why not fight on our side to prove yourself?
He kind of begins to like Don't think for 1 second I believe that you may actually win. If you do, then I'm covering all my bases.
So to me, you just sound like a scared little bitch that didn't realize he got the shit into the deal.
Well, here's the thing. If we do lose, you don't have a world to go back to anyways.
Oh, no, I think you misunderstand. I don't know if this is past your knowledge or not, but I was rather high-ranking with the Hollowed One. I was his third, under only himself and Vida.
Oh,
A life
about that.
of servitude is not one I wish to enter back to, and also I know he's gone. I have no interest in becoming a servant once again. I do not wish to serve him, and I do not wish to serve you.
Alright. Maddie kind of ponders it over. Just sort of taking in everything. It's like, you know what? Not too long ago, I was in this situation. Made dumb decisions. Got thrown in jail. Got marked for it. I think we could get a truce going. If you get branded the same way I did. And you have to live with that until the end of whatever days you got left, Vasix.
He looks down for a moment. A counter deal. Remove the branding, and I give you information. Information only someone such as I would know about the Hollowed One.
Oh,
Program
no.
crashed.
Oh,
Damn it!
Crashy.
Gone.
While we're fixing that, I'm gonna roll for insight.
okay.
We in the darkness.
26.
Give me a second. I'm still trying to find the. Alright, this sometimes happens. The once we've been doing it for long enough, the overlay disappears.
Yeah, it didn't always do it, but it just randomly started at some point.
Thanks, Unity. Very cool.
Oh no, they have such a great track record. Read the
There you go.
Thank you.
Dun.
Oh, Parahigh.
Oh yeah,
The
Alright, trying to find the.
I'll get it. Oh, maybe that won't. It break.
There we go. Got it. Oh.
I'm in.
We casted smoke bomb.
Did I do the wrong code?
If it didn't go through and there's a space or anything on it, just close and reopen it again, and then try again. I don't know if it like causes an error and just breaks because of how old the code is now.
It's like, no, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I'm just really gonna try and make it not terrible the next time I update it.
Try again. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
I'm in.
All right. Anyway. Okay. So you roll your insight on that. You look him up and down, and you look deep into his eye, his red and orange eyes, piercing through the dark. And you kind of notice you've seen him enough times now that you can tell when you can tell he looks different and he feels slightly different. You feel as if he's trying to still put on airs of what he used to be. And you genuinely believe that he has something to offer, or at least that you feel that he's not lying about it.
So, mark you, then unmark you, and you tell me everything. Is that the deal?
No. Skip the marking, and I give you some of the most important information that no one else could possibly know.
Maddie looks to the group and just sort of like gives that look like, I believe him. Unfortunately, I believe him.
No, it makes sense. The first time we ever met him, he was all about deals.
True.
Seemed like he had everything, so...
As you do this, he moves his hand through the bars, in and puts it in the ready for a shake. His hand glowing a vibrant blue.
Maddie lifts up the right arm and just, like, right hand, and just, you hear the knuckles cracking because you know he's ready to grip his hand hard. And just grabs. Deal.
Deal.
The glow enters into your both of your arms and goes through your veins and dissipates.
Okay. Now, what I must tell you.
And he looks over and sees Quinn standing at the back.
Is for their ears only.
Quinn stares and
Very well.
and he turns and begins to walk backwards.
Okay. I'm sure. I'm sure you are all familiar with the three energies of this world: the Hollow, Genesis, and Tarite. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah! Zelia's like proud of herself because she learned this one did.
Yeah.
Well, the disappearance of Tarite, of course, led to the engorging powers of the Hollowed One where he is now. I can tell you that Tarite lives. Remnants of them were scattered upon this continent, drawn here because of me and that fledgling Parahai. Being the closest thing to pure hollow creation and the divine, it makes sense that it would find its way here, so you're welcome for that. Within the Hollowed One's realm, the last remaining fragment lives. Even the Hollowed One cannot destroy it entirely, yet. So, when you enact your heroic combat within his realm, find it. And you will be able to, maybe, be victorious.
That's some pretty strong information.
How are we supposed to find it when we've never been in there before?
I don't know.
Well, I assume it doesn't look like anything like what we see up there right now, does it?
He kind of like rolls his eyes and sighs. I don't know.
Don't get testy. I still have your hand.
And we have a deal. On setting magic.
Well, we do have a deal. And that is good info.
Now,
I assume you just want me to open this door and let you graciously walk away, pretty boy?
yeah, that's exactly what I want you to do.
He looks at the group. Keep your weapons up if he tries anything.
Oh, please.
Sorry, given our past circumstances, no, no, please.
Please, without your powers. Not much to see. Now, let me out.
Maddie lets go of his hand and sort of looks at the lock. Is it something we can just, like, open, or do we need water key?
No, I think wouldn't we also need the permission of whoever put him in here?
I'm assuming Quinn or Regler.
Something tells me
Quinn is still standing. He's further back, but he's still keeping an eye on you all.
Maddie turns to Quinn, like, who put him in here, you or Regler?
He belonged to me.
He walks on forwards. Again, still almost stone movement. Seeing this man have exactly one expression, and it has not changed. And he peers in towards Vassix.
I see you have gotten him within their good graces. You're letting him out so easily? I'm sure there's more that he could offer you.
Vassix begins to snarl. His
No,
eyes
deal is a
glowing
deal.
further red.
Well, the deal wasn't to let him out.
Yeah, it was. It was to let him free.
No, the deal was to leave him alone.
We can't just leave him in there.
As you,
We're better than him.
Azalea, as you say that, he grabs the bars and screams at you to let him out. You pathetic, fake godlike beings.
Aw, testy little dragon.
You
aren't
can see his teeth begin to grow. You see his skin turn a shade almost of bright red.
Testy little dragon, aren't we?
He screams once more.
Let me out now, or I swear to God, I will turn into what I am, and I will bring his wrath down on here. You will die, I will die, we will all die. At least I will finally be free.
Big boy's got you scared, doesn't he? All right. He looks to Quinn. Let the coward out.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's more he can offer you. He should not escape here unscathed.
Well, I wanted to brand him, but that's no longer part of the deal. Although, I said I wouldn't brand him.
Well,
Marty.
as he points towards Azalea as well, and he kind of walks behind and grabs Azalea. He kind of grabs your shoulders a little bit. This one here is rather intelligent, I fear. As he mentioned, you said that the deal was that you would leave him alone. Not that you would let him out. You have nothing to do. You can just leave him here to rot away.
Ika's gonna stand in front of the cage and be like, "No, guys, Marty, you're letting your anger take over. It's not fair. We don't need to hurt anyone. We need to brand anyone. We don't want to push for any more information. We can do this. Even without the information he gave us, we could win. I trust in us. Just let him go."
Azalea's gonna look probably a little bit fidgety because she's gonna be thinking about this from the same perspective that she would have seen the elders and Chrysanto thinking about it. Because whether they like it or not, he's caused a lot of problems for everybody else. There's a reason that other people put him in the cell. And to be honest, with the power he's got anyway, he can escape probably whenever he wants. It just comes down to when he chooses to do so.
During this time, you've noticed that Vasix is actually he's on his knees and is slumped to the ground. He's his hair down and covering his eyes still, and you hear a murmur from him in a slightly more desperate tone. Let me out.
Thras, come on. You're on my side, right?
Wynn interrupts you once again. No. Again, he's a red dragon. We know this, and there's more he can give you. You're in for the fight of your lives, you four. You need every edge you can get. Now, Vasix, go on, tell them about the gift that he gave you.
Gift? Oh,
He
that's
l-
new.
Vasix looks up. His eyes are fucking burning. Ah, there they are. Eyes of a red dragon. Now, isn't it true from what I've looked up and what I've discovered over the years? They're very special, those eyes, aren't they? And allow you to see things that no one else can. Come on.
Quinn, where are you going with this?
Oh, nothing.
And how do you know this?
Have many reaches. I have much information. Information is power.
Ika's gonna put himself in front of the cage and kind of like in front of Vasix and pull out his sword towards this individual. Kind of like guarding him. Guarding Vasix.
You have way too much good in your heart, kid. You know that? And Maddie kind of turns and faces Quinn. But he's right. I think we tortured the little dragon enough.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Sure, that gift could have helped you save millions. But if you wish to throw that away and potentially throw the lives of all of us away, then fine. And he brings out a key from his pocket. And he
What
begins.
Azalea?
He begins
Oh.
to sway it while you're talking. He's like, tick tock, tick tock.
Mm.
Manny kind of like kneels down and just tries to get eyes on Vasix. What did he do to you? What does Quinn have on you?
What, him? Nothing. These vagabonds managed to trap me because of my powerless situation. He has nothing on me. Just knows a lot that he should not.
So he caught you at your rock bottom. Like you said, you're powerless, right?
If not for the hollowed one up there, I would burn a lot of things, including him, to a crisp.
Maddie kind of sees himself in Vasix right now. Because he's had this same anger and the same problems and the same very, very dark, intrusive thoughts when things went down, when he lost everything. And he realizes that he and him are no different. Even at the parallels of strength, him being a god and him just being a dragon, we both could do the same thing. And he just chuckles. It's like, I thought this was a prison, not a mirror.
During this, by the way, as an individual begins to approach you from the door, then from the other side, you turn and you notice a teenage boy is approaching you with a pallet full of food. Slender frame, brown hair, human hazel eyes, very neutral in their appearance, covered in like rags. And they approach and kind of look up towards all of you and just kind of shuffle past it. Mr. Vasix, your food is ready. And he kind of puts the food there and then begins to kind of walk away from all of you.
Azalea's gonna look at Vasix and plop herself down on the floor. She likes being on the floor, so this is nothing new. You want freedom, right? Like real, proper freedom.
I've had it once before. And then, of course, you all happened. And that went away.
I know your deal with Marty is we won't see you or hear your name, but that doesn't mean you won't hurt anybody when you leave here. How can I be 100% certain you're going to leave this place completely intact with no problems? I know the amount of damage you can do without using your powers if you really want to, but the fact that you also can and cause a hell of a lot of problems for everybody, including yourself, I would prefer to have some form of safety net.
Ooh. Aika is actually going to turn around. Actually, can I do a perception check? Can I like get an idea of the feelings that the food individual, like the young man who came in, like does he feel safe? Does he feel like that kind of thing? Like an insight,
Okay, so
maybe?
you're trying to get a check on basically what how the boy was feeling as he entered and
As he
left.
approached, was he shaking? What did he look like? He was
Okay.
hurt?
Okay, well, he's already been and left, so you're gonna have to do a wisdom check to try and remember.
Okay, and that's essentially just
That's just a wisdom check in.
Okay. I don't know how to fix that.
Um.
Mhm.
Yeah, you with everything going on, the intense feelings, you were not able to take note of what he was like. He
Okay.
he came and went and faded from your memory just as fast.
Hmm. Can I look at the food then? Can I investigate the food? Can I see?
Yeah,
if it's, like,
absolutely.
disturbed in any way.
You look down. Okay, hang on. Are you looking for anything in particular, or just looking for like what it is? Look.
I'm really just trying to see if it's disturbed, like if he was shaking when he was holding it, like was he fearful?
Oh,
is it
okay.
intact? Is it purposeful?
Okay, give me a perception for that.
Okay. Oh,
Damn, I clearly missed something.
26.
Okay. You look down. The meal is extremely basic, like a glass of water, some crusted, like half a crusted loaf, and maybe like an almost like borderline gone bad apple. The food, everything seems placed very neatly. It's if not for the place you were in, you would almost feel as if it was prepared with care.
Okay. Aika's gonna crouch down. Can you tell me what the actual name of the thing the lizard folk queen gave me? I forgot the name of it.
She
I
gave
think
you?
it was like she gave like a scale of something for courage.
Like a rainbow fish scale.
It was something like that, but I forgot the actual name.
Oh,
Look it up real quick.
yeah, unfortunately my notes got destroyed, so...
Yeah, mine left with the new PC, and I'm like, shit, I know I had a thing.
I think they might have given you like a rainbow trout or something like that. Not a rainbow trout. Was it a fish that was it because there's a special rainbow fish that I
It was
had
like a
in the
scale
lore
thing, right?
that was that it was something that the mermaids did every year.
Mhm.
Yes, I think I wrote this down. Hang on a minute.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Like,
Asking the important questions.
no, it's not a
I'm trying
mermaid
to get
scale
better at it.
specifically. So the law that was made with the mermaids is that every year, the seas surrounding them are surrounded by rainbow luminescent fish that like the sun beams down on them, and it's like a yearly event, like Christmas sort of thing.
Yeah, prism fin scale.
Prism fin, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Reflected in the
goddamn.
moonlight, and the merfolk and frogfolk celebrate when the prism fins migrate past the city during a festival called the Night of the Marvel of Colors.
Oh,
To
thank
acquire one of these scales is considered incredibly lucky, as they're not known to shed their scales often.
dear God, I could kiss you.
Reese's mother gave her this, and ever since she felt the courage to lead. She didn't think she needed it any longer, so she passed it to Aika.
Yes.
And Aika returned the favor by taking a dagger and carving his name in it and giving it to her.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yes, you have
Okay.
that.
I'm going to kneel down in front of him and pull it out and be like, I understand being afraid. And once I was given this as a trinket of good luck and to help me find that courage. I believe you. I don't think you'll cause any problems. But sometimes when people are fearful, they are a prisoner of their own mind. The only way you can stop being controlled is to have courage. So I'll give this to you. He's gonna hand it over to him.
He moves his head over and looks at it. And you kind of see... Initially you see kind of like a face of disgust come across him, an expression of disgust. You see it turn less so. Child, I don't know what this causes you for courage. These scales, I am covered in them. One more is not going to add to that. It does not matter how much courage I would have. It does not matter. The only thing that mattered to me is how much power I could gain so that I could never be controlled again. It doesn't matter how much courage I have against that up there. There is none. I cannot be... Just let me out.
Well, I think your scales are hardened purposely. And the scale is different. It's not one that was made from your own body. It's one that was given to you. And I think, maybe deep down, it does matter. But
Besides, just like, if I take, will you let me out?
yeah.
Fine. He grabs it and just puts it in his pocket, barely taking a moment to look at it.
Okay, Ika's gonna stand back up happy.
I think I've tortured you long enough. And he just stands up and just looks to Quinn and just hold his hands out for the key. You've listened to all of our sentimental things, and I've only got one last thing left in me, and I can't believe I'm saying these words, but given the circumstances, if I die today, so be it. Vasix, I forgive you. I don't like you, but I forgive you.
Forgiveness is not part of the deal. Let me out.
Alright. Quinn, give me the key. Please.
Quinn grasps the key once again. You're really letting him go?
He can't do anything. You know that. I know that.
Oh, there's plenty he can do. He promised that you would not hear his name. It's very easy to change your name. And you to never be seen from again, and he promised that he would leave his belongings here. He's tricked you. And you've fallen for it.
Or are you tricking me? I don't know you. I know him more than you.
Very well. He hands you the key. And he begins to walk off, and as he does, he yells down to you all. If this gift was to allow us to live, and you've given it up, I just say one last thing. Look into his eyes, and just imagine yourself with them.
Man, he really is trying to be a tempting little demon, isn't he?
I just don't get why being so cryptic.
No, I kind of understand him. At the end of the day, he has... I guess he's kind of in a similar situation to the guy behind us. But his freedom is tied to whether we win. And the only methods, if he was in charge of the spooky place, means that he was obviously in charge of getting things the wrong way. So that's all he knows.
True. Trying to do the
Well, I say a deal's a deal.
Yep. Maddie kind of spins the key and pushes it into the lock and turns it. You're free to go. I've got nothing else to say to you.
You put the key in, and you turn it, and the door clunks open. It swings, the rattling of rusted metal.
Vasix begins to stand, swaying from side to side as he looks to you all, still with a scowl, his eyes blooded red, as he walks in between you all and shoves you out the way as he begins to make his way down the hallway.
I'll come around.
He's at rock bottom. All I can do is climb up.
Not always.
Still his choice if he wants to climb, you're right.
And I think giving
Yeah.
him that choice is important.
It is, but so is the choice of leadership, to where you're putting all of your people first.
I mean, we can kick his butt.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
we
like
can't. We are not able to hear his name or see his face.
The deal's a deal.
Yeah, so we can't go kick his butt. That was the whole point.
But on the flip side, he can't kick ours. So
He wouldn't be able to if we're gods anyway.
sure, like he said, he was number 3 and we killed Vita. So what could he do?
I don't know.
But
I don't think he's that bad of well, I mean, he's got some growing.
saying that to an ancient dragon is something else. But I've seen something quite interesting here today. Like you made a choice that not many would have made in such a situation. And then Mahdi, showing your control and seeing your growth over this time. And even going so far as to forgiving him when you didn't need to in the first place. That is momentous for both of you.
He changed my life, and in a weird, twisted way, if he didn't, I wouldn't be here with you guys today, so there's something to say in all that.
We should go meet up with Regler. Oh no, clap.
Did I do it right? Was this correct?
Well done. Well
Dad,
done.
are you happy?
To be fair,
Dad?
there was no right or wrong way, but basically, you picked the Paragon. So
Okay.
Yeah! Character development, I did.
Yes, bitch.
but you also played it long enough that you got information out of him as well.
Yes,
Mhm.
that is very good information.
But man, I was half tempted to go with Azalea's ideas. Like, the deal wasn't to let you out; it was just to leave you alone.
Well, the thing is, though, he's actually an awful person who's done some very awful things, and he
Uh-huh.
ran, what was it, the entire, like, seedy, what was it, that bar?
Basically,
of his
he
that
was
had
a
bunch of
he
stuff in it?
basically he lived the freedom with the freedom that he gained. He lived through every sin.
Ah, he's Reaver.
Yep. You just let him go very, very easily.
Meanwhile, Aika saw it as, like, hey man, my best buddy killed my dad, and if I can forgive that, he can forgive this guy too.
I mean, to be fair, Ike is also, like, still really, really young and probably not quite as, like...
Cynical.
Yeah, because, like, Azalea would have been that way, because the moment somebody's a friend, she'll look past everything. But now
Right.
that she has to think about leadership and what could happen to her people, obviously anyone who spits fire, she doesn't like very much.
Right.
It's like, no, please don't burn my tree down, by the way,
And technically,
All
I've
my
spit out fire
people.
before.
But this does mean because Azalea is in power, and I'm assuming continues to be, Vasix can't really show up to do anything because that's the deal.
Well, I mean, a good point is what's his face? Quill said at the very end. We won't hear Vasix's name. That
Right.
doesn't mean he can't change it.
True.
Yeah, Very sneaky.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
I am, so I get that.
He
But-
rears his head again. We face him just like we did other dragons before them.
Dude, I could totally is all like, this is our Deadpool. He's gonna come back. I guess all like, that's gonna be my bitch. I love him.
Vasix just turns around like, he has risen, baby girl!
All of a sudden, NSYNC starts playing, you know?
Oh god. All right. Well, so I'm assuming you're gonna leave. You're just gonna leave after that. Not much else to do in there.
Yeah,
Regler.
Yeah,
Regler, we'd hurry back.
Regler's
I
more important.
Just curious. I'm just curious because it seemed inconsequential with that boy leaving the food there, but could I pick up like that bread or something and like sniff it or something to see if it was like poisoned or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. You can like
was
Yeah, I'm
handled
just-
with
you can sniff it
care.
and
It's like,
kind of
what?
like lizard lick it.
Yeah.
Lizard
No, no.
lick.
Yeah.
What would that be?
A lizard lick roll.
Investigation, I guess.
Yeah, tongue
Athlet-
investigation.
I was gonna say otherwise it's an athletics check.
17.
Okay. Yeah. You pick up the crusty bread, and you give it a good sniff. Like a very slight dabbed taste. And as far as you can tell, it's just bread.
Hmm.
That doesn't. Well, I no. You rolled high enough. Yeah. There's no altered taste of any kind in this.
Okay. All right.
Well, he did give us information, and I'm sure Regler would be happy to hear that.
Maybe not so happy that he's been let go, but
Well,
Yeah,
This way.
without consulting him first.
this was Quinn's boy. So
yeah.
you can always talk to Quinn. Because technically, Quinn gave me the keys.
But now we have information on apparently finding a fragment of the very essence that created this world that could stop the Hollowed One once and for all.
Seriously, we need to go tell Regler.
Yeah, that's good information.
Yep, right back to him.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Walk upstairs, everything's on fire.
Shit!
Damn, maybe I
Panic.
should have let him eat first.
Oh, he was hangry. That's
He's
why.
hangry. Oh, fuck.
Evdo panic. Alright, well, you head up the stairs and back through to the exact same room that you found yourself in before. As you exited, Quinn is waiting at the entrance of the door, and he places his hand out towards you, Marty, expecting the key.
Oh, right. And then he kind of hesitantly hands him the keys.
He takes it and puts it back, and he kind of, without word, turns back around and begins to head in another undisclosed location. The door behind you flings open with Regler. I thought I could feel you guys around here. Come on in. We need to discuss things.
Right.
That we do.
As you all enter on in, he closes the door behind, and walks towards the table with all the parchments on it and turns to you all as he leans against it. The moment he does, you notice his demeanor change. His laugh rather goes to a smile. His body slumps for a moment as he approached the table. He explains that he's glad you all made it in time. He kind of puts a smile back on. And he kind of brings up, no. Normally I would love to have caught up with all of you, but time is not on our side.
Here's what we plan to do. In the morning at sunrise on the next day, everyone will be gathered. All who are able to fight. I will give a speech to you all and hopefully rouse as much energy and power as I can. Everyone who is able to fight will head into the sewers and spread through to different exits. The horrid creatures, they do not sleep. But we have discovered that there is a moment during the day and the night where their vision is weakened. During sunrise, their vision has to take a little time to adjust to our world. During this time, we will have an upper hand. At sunrise, a portal always opens within the center of the city, where the Hollowed One's energy seeps out through, and the creatures emerge from. It is there that we will gain access to the realm in the sky, the original crack in the sky where he appeared. Myself and Elria will defend the portal's entrance, while you four head on in. It is imperative that we do not let anything through while you engage in battle with him. The city is flooded with hollowed creatures, hidden in various locations. Now, I have a plan on how to bring them out. I assume you've heard of the Starlight faction?
If you have not, if you actually don't remember it, that's fine.
Oh, you have not? Well, the Starlight faction is contains among the best of the showmen, the bardics of this world, those ones with a muse. They will initiate a well-orchestrated distraction. We'll drive them all out, and they will escape with the help of the Underdiers. And he looks over towards you, Thrask, and you'll like this, actually. We were very lucky that during the time of this trap, that we were all trapped here, that there was a show that was supposed to happen here. A babuka was to perform here.
Thrask tries to look calm about it, but if you look closely, you can see his claws just dug into like whatever seat he was sitting down in.
Oh my god! You do the typical girly fangirl thing where you lightly shake your arms while they're as clenched as possible. It's just.
Oh, we gotta get them to meet.
Yeah, he's a very big fan of her.
Maybe she can sign one of your books.
Yeah, I mean, that's I didn't even think she existed before. When I first read her stories, I thought she was just a fictional character, but no, she was the one that wrote it herself.
Oh, no. Well, but she will be performing with one of a new up-and-coming star in the city, an orc named Marzipan.
Marzipan.
We know that one.
Yeah, if you remember back, that was one of the Orcan maids.
You remember in the woods?
Yes, I do.
Was that on session 0?
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
I do not have that note.
That's fine, yeah.
Only the other two would have seen that one.
There were orcs dressed up in like maid outfits that we saved.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
They were really cute.
But yes, they have agreed to perform a stunning show for a distraction. They will lead the majority of the creatures away from the center of the town. And during this, we will storm the streets with as much power as possible. No hiding anymore. We will take control of the area where the portal is. After that, it's entirely up to you.
Don't you need a theme song still? Who says I haven't gotten something?
I was about to say, we're not done. It's not over.
Yeah. So the session that this happens, I will reveal. I have commissioned something specifically, and I have something set up very specifically. And I'm very excited. I've had this planned since day one. Anyway. All right.
It's gonna be hype.
Hell yeah.
Hype.
And with that, I think we can probably end it there.
Oh.
Let's go. There's still
Wow.
one piece of unfinished business. Where the fuck is this other leg I need?
So Quinn, take me back down to the cells. I'm gonna start looking at all of them.
Quinn, do you have that leg?
Was Vasix gnawing on a leg while he was in there?
Was it on the tray of food?
You lift open the sandwich and it's a leg. Like, oh, shit, how did I
Boy.
miss that?
I didn't really realize it was just not a regular sub sandwich.
Yeah, it's a foot long.
You noticed the
Fantastic.
Holy
missed
shit!
it.
Wow. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I can't. I
Uh,
don't dare even
Somebody
consider.
clip
I don't even dare consider sullying the level of joke that was.
God, yeah, fucking, I've got nothing to top that. You're good. You won. You win this.
Yay!
Fuck! Wow. Anyway, yes. So the next session will be the 10th of October.
Spooky month.
I am not going to be here on the 10th because I am going to be on a trip.
You son of a bitch.
Damn
I
it.
know we're so close, but
If it means anything, I can next Thursday.
Oh, really?
oh.
Yes.
Oh.
So the 3rd?
Yeah.
All right. Can anyone do the 3rd?
Yes.
I could do the 3rd, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent.
So next Thursday.
That actually works out well because then if we do it as if it was normal, that will give me a lot of time to get the last session set up.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, though I'm not gonna lie, there's potentially maybe, depending on how things go, maybe one or even maybe two or even just one session left.
Last session hype. Last
Penultimate
session
episode incoming.
It depends on how big the fight is and how that goes. But considering considering it's the final fight, I might try to stretch it across 2.
It's totally fine.
Things about to get real,
If
y'all.
there's multiple phases, there's multiple phases, baby.
Oh, I'm gonna try. I've learned a lot with combat in this, and I know a mistake I've made throughout almost every fight here, and I'm correcting that at the end of this. So this fight is gonna be a lot. So I want like not just normal combat. Like this is gonna be anime as fuck.
Yeah,
So-
this is what the 3 of us did, Pat, while you were out that one time. So you're gonna get to go crazy with us.
He's just like,
Oh, yeah.
I want quick time events. I want rhythm-based action.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the session, by the way, Andy. I know how much, how hard it was to coordinate everything
It's
today.
Yeah.
Literally
Yes.
almost 9 hours.
Oh,
I think you've earned a good sleep.
well,
Mm.
I mean, okay. So I would love to do it on the 3rd, and I really will try. But if I don't have it set up during that time, we may have to wait till later.
That's totally fine.
That's fine too.
Yeah, because I don't want this to go like, just by. But hopefully we can. To be fair, if not, then maybe there's another day that's not a Thursday. We could maybe there's a free time we could figure out. But we'll let you know how things go, and see how it goes. But anyway, as per usual, thank you so much, Pat, Essie, Keston, and Amy for joining me, and obviously creating these wonderful characters. And of course, chat, thank you for coming in as well and joining us for this long. All of the subathon events, they'll be done after the subathon. I'm not doing that. I don't have goddamn time. Jeez. But anyway, thank you so much for coming along, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Yay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.